I heard him.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting off by ribbing on Tyson here because he's got some redneck internet going on.
You got some good golly redneck.
Look, it is too early to bring that moonshine out, but Dick, I'll bring that moonshine out.
We can't hear
Not
you.
the moonshine.
Is he really not heard?
I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
Okay, you need.
Hey!
Probably,
Streaming louder is not going to help.
I can't hear Blunt either. I'll tell you what.
you're gonna leave. Come back. Yep.
Yeah, because I heard everything.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a bit of an impromptu show, a little bit of planning beforehand. As you see, no show intro. We don't need it for instances like this because I like to go off the cuff a little bit. This is Promoverse, and it is basically the state of the Efed world. Now, what we do here is we run promo versus promo, kind of like a rap battle scenario, and the winner takes the spoils, bragging rights, or in some cases, it ends up being an actual title belt that they can hold and show on air with their promos. And when they lose, it moves on to the next. So a title belt can essentially travel the world and gain prestige in that. So I've got some Fed owners here, some promoters in the Efed world. We got Blunt Man. He's representing EMP. We've got Matt Tyson from Powerhouse Wrestling. And then Hollywood Haywood, and he represents the Promoverse itself in the Foundation and WGP. Great companies to be a part of. And they can be strong-minded and in your face sometimes. I can be the same way at times as well. I get a bit abrasive when the situation arises, but I want to welcome each of you to the show. And we got a few topics to discuss, but the main one being paid to play. Welcome, Blunt Man. We got Tyson and we got Hollywood Haywood. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm feeling like I'm about to get rich. I die trying. No.
Like I said earlier, I'm a $2 whore.
I'm gonna tell you, P. I'm gonna dive right into it if you don't mind.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to open up the floor for you. I want to add some logic to it later on, but I want to hear what.
I think I'm gonna add some logic to it. I'm gonna make this very. I don't know how I can put it any other kind of way, and I think to really get people to understand where I'm coming from, they have to understand what this game means to me. And this game, what this game means to me is this game helped save my life. Okay. This hobby has helped keep me entertained in some of my darkest times. It has helped keep a smile on my face at some of my weakest moments. And if that makes me pathetic or a loser or anything like that, then I'll wear that with pride. Because before I found this hobby, I was a totally different guy than who you see in front of you today. And this hobby's opened up a lot of doors for me, and has given me more than it's taken away from me. And so when I see the topic of people getting paid, I also need to preface this with the fact that I used to play games and get paid to do it. There was a time where every weekend I was in a different state in the United States playing a game that I was being sponsored and getting paid to play. Now, this game, because I was sponsored, they required a certain level of quality out of me, a certain level of gameplay out of me. And if I didn't perform to that level of gameplay, guess what happened? They weren't going to pay me anymore. But I said all that to say this. I respect anyone who can figure out how to make money off their hobby. That is not my argument at all or my gripe. And I don't even have a gripe with people saying they want to pay to play. But what I need people that are saying that to understand is two things. One, I have yet to find a promo league, Efed, whatever you want to call it, that is actually profitable on a monthly basis, that is making money off of their YouTube channel. If there is one and I'm ignorant to it, I apologize to everyone watching. But as I told my locker room today, the minute I make money, you guys will eat too. But my channel has 300 subscribers, and I'm happy with it. Maybe I'm not setting the bar high enough, but I'm happy with that because I thought we were doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Would I love to make money off of it? Yes. Have I made money off hobbies before? Yes. But do I think we're at that point with this yet? No. And I wish we were, but we're not there yet. If the pages were making money, the people would be making money. That's my opinion on it.
And I agree with a lot what you said. I'm going to go with Bluntman here and get his opinion on the matter, because this all started, I believe it was yesterday, on Facebook, where people were coming out and saying, hey, if you want to book us from here on out, you have to pay us a certain amount for one promo, a couple of promos, or a monthly fee. And I'm going to say this myself. The prices asked were not astronomical. They were within a reasonable range. And we have people that are from the indie world. Hell, Grant Miller, the man known as the Unfiltered Beast, he was an NWA United Kingdom champion. That says a lot. So there are very talented people out here. But Bluntman, what is your perspective on the whole situation? And we're going to be joined by one of these Efed members later on that has gone pay to play. So
I'm gonna just touch on what Haywood said. Like, I would love to make money out of this. I would love, because I will put the time and effort that more than I do now, and I put a lot of effort into this already. Man, I'm getting paid. I will go 100% every single time. Because there are some leagues where I could just be like, it's, for example, I'm not really, it's MPW. I'm just going to, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? I will, every single time I would. But there are some people that's taking this a little too serious and not really worth the money.
Right. And I don't want to get into any specific names, but I saw some names today and I'm like, I wouldn't give you 5, let alone 50.
Exactly.
Like, I just wouldn't. And here's the thing. If we were making money, I want to be clear about one thing. And I said this before we started the show. If we were making money on the pages, I think Grant Miller's, his menu, I think it's totally in line and totally fair for what you get from him. So I want to be clear about that. If we were making money, I think Grant's pricing is a good place to start for the very tippy top tier of talent.
Yeah, exactly.
But I need people out there to understand there's a lot of tiers of talent.
Yes.
I personally have a notebook where I've got everybody tiered into 4 tiers.
Grant Miller's one of them. Grant Miller's top tier. He gives you 100% no matter where he's at.
Right.
And
now, you know, but then the other thing you run into, in my opinion, where people, let's say I did want to pay somebody. Let's say I wanted to pay, I'm going to use Grant as an example because Grant knows I mean no ill will towards him. Yeah. Say I wanted to pay Grant. My question is, well, if we're going to have that type of relationship, well, then am I going to be able to treat you like Vince McMahon would treat you? And I don't mean shit on you. But I mean, if I'm paying you at that point, you can play whatever gimmick I want you to play. Yeah. If I want you to come out and wear a diaper dressed as a baby and promo as Baby Gaga, guess what? I should get what I paid for.
Yeah.
And you can't complain whether you lose or win.
I think the minute you start paying people, they should lose some of their creative freedom. Just being honest.
And you can't complain whether you win or lose.
Yeah. Right. You're going to get paid whether you win or lose at that point.
Yeah. In a lot of ways, that's very true. Matt Tyson, you've been silent on the point from the get-go. So if you have anything to add, here's your opportunity.
I've been doing this thing for 7 years now. Was this close to a company making money on TikTok before TikTok decided they were going to flip their stuff. This close. We were going to be making $150 a month, but we had to put out a certain amount of videos. Now, we were going to, we did tiers too. Top guys, top promo artists, you were getting a cut of 2% or 3%.
Right.
But over
just
here,
like the territory days, right?
Right.
Top guys draw bigger money. Right.
Right. But going back to, if I'm paying you, what are you giving me? Right. Now you can say, "Oh, I'll give you a hype and a promo." Okay, I'll do that for free. So why am I paying you for the bare minimum? Yep. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, I would like to say with a guy like Grant, you do know you're going to get a certain level of quality, which is why I say his price model, his price guide for guys in that because there's other Grants. I mean, there is no other Grants, but there are other guys that are equally sought after, equally equally can draw numbers if that's even a thing in this game. So I do think his pricing is reasonable.
Yeah.
But
now, if there are any other promoters out there, or even guys that have gone to the, hey, if you want to book me, pay for me to play, please post in the comments there. I'll send you the link and I'll bring you on so we can have this discussion. But I've sat here and I've thought about it, and I look at both sides. I always look at both sides. I never get angry at a conversation. I look at it from my perspective. Okay, this irritated me, but why? So I sit there and I think about it. And that's why I wanted to bring some people on today and discuss this. And I'm not looking to shit on anybody here.
No, I actually really respect the hustle, Pete. Like, I respect the hustle. If these guys can get the money, by all means, man, I don't care how you get your money. If you can get your money, get your money.
Yeah.
A hustle.
Now here's my thing.
Hustle.
If every company has to go pay to play to get their talent to show up, I have to go into the mindset of, okay, now this becomes a professional business.
Right.
This is no longer a hobby. I have to now look at it as a real promoter.
Right.
So my shows are strictly YouTube, as are WGP and Foundation.
Right.
Blunt and WAPO for EMP, they go Facebook as well as YouTube, but they don't push the YouTube as much as I think they should. And same with Powerhouse. Now, a lot harder to make money off of Facebook because it takes a lot longer before you can start monetizing shit on Facebook. But on YouTube, after you get past a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of live streams that you've done, you can now start adding ads. So this is what I would have to do. Every live stream, which ended up being a mistake on my part on the last show, I didn't check one box. It ended up having ads throughout the live stream. But I would have to do that throughout a live stream now if I'm paying talent. Also, the people that I am paying to come in and play the game, they've got to bring something to the table as well. So my mind starts thinking, okay, territory days. If there was an outstanding talent that brought in massive amounts of fans to the local territories, another territory could hire that talent to kind of get some of that off of them, some of that shine. And so their viewership would go up, their gate would be higher because of it.
Right.
So I've got to look at, okay, so if I'm hiring you for this many matches and this is the time scale we're going to work on, you say 3 matches, a certain amount, fine. I'm going to separate that a little bit, but I've got to get something out of it. And in the old school territory days, that is what the thing was all about. What can you bring to the table to elevate my promotion? So I would have to look at, okay, if I'm bringing you on for this amount of money, I've got to see this many new subscribers on my YouTube channel. I've got to see this many viewership go up, as well as the thumbs up. People got to start hitting that thumbs up, show that love to the channel, because every time you get a thumbs up or even a thumbs down, it reflects on the algorithm and it either boosts your channel or it lowers it. So if someone is being paid to play and come into this game that way, well, that has to reflect on viewership. It has to reflect on subscribers. And say I was paying someone, I think the top limit was a month was like $250.
I think it was $150
or $150. That's 2 promos basically and 2 hypes, because all of our shows do bi-weekly. It isn't weekly because we give people time to cut their promos, think it through and everything. So you have to look at it as a business standpoint and go the route of what the territory promotions did back in the day. You have to, as a promoter in the Efed world, look at it as this is now a wrestling promotion company. So I need to get back and double what you put into, or what I put into you being brought in. How's it going, Franklin Benjamin?
What's up, man?
Hey, it's good to see you, brother.
You gonna be setting up the whole time?
Damn,
Am I watching
now
the
my
whole time?
box got all small.
Yeah, but
Frank
you know
had
what?
to come along.
A box getting tighter is not a bad
Pete,
thing.
you bring up an interesting point. I got to tell you, look, a little box tight joke while we're talking about pay to play might be a little risque, if you know what I mean. But Pete, what you were saying is, and I'm going to tell you, what you just said is that person would have to double your numbers, essentially. And and again, I'm not talking about any specific person, but I will tell you, most of these guys that have come out and said pay to play today, I've had them before, and they don't double my numbers. In some cases, they lower them. They lower them.
Stop it.
So the other thing people need to have, again, I'm not talking about Grant. Like I said, if we were all making money, I think Grant is a great place to start. If we were all making money. But we're not. We're not.
Now, there's also the consideration that I took into factor. Is this a big rib on their part? Now, some of them I know are very, very serious about it. And let's not kid ourselves. About 3/4, if not more, are working on some sort of disability, emotional disabilities or physical. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. And I'm going to be frankly very honest. I've been doing this for over 30 fucking years. Like, I started Efed World before it was the Efed. I started back when you were mailing in the little card at the back of the wrestling magazines.
You tore up all those PWIs, man, and ruined the value of them. I can't even send them off to get graded, Pete. Dang.
But, it was a thing back in the day. And that, I think, is what started the Efed World. And then, like, it got me to the point where I wanted to get into the wrestling world. I had my school already set up and everything. Was ready to start getting trained, and a bad accident took my dreams away. And for a very long time, I struggled to even walk. I was in a wheelchair, walker, crutches, canes. It's only been the last 3 years that I've been actually able to walk on my own without an assistive device. So I look at a lot of these people, they're hurting, but they're doing this to escape a reality for at least just a little
which is how I started this at the beginning. When I first started this, I wasn't getting out of bed. My dad had passed away, and next thing I know, it had been a year and a half. At that point, that's not normal grief anymore. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, it is deep depression.
Something had to give.
Yeah.
And honestly, I found this on pure accident.
Yep.
It was almost it was divine intervention, because I'm telling you, I wasn't smiling. I wasn't getting out of bed. I was only getting out of bed to do the basic minimum things I had to do to function.
And that was my biggest thing about it too. When I discovered the Efed World back when it was still on the old boards, and you didn't have any control. It was very much like an old promotion. You didn't have control of the storyline or the aspects of your character. You got to give them a description of your character. They would write the stories up, and you had to sit there and accept whatever they did.
And you had to wait 30 days to get it.
Yeah, and then it evolved, and gameplay started being added into it. And I love that aspect. There used to be an old app on Facebook. It was the Facebook Wrestling FBW. Facebook Wrestling. That's what it was called.
Talking about the simulator that would simulate matches for you?
Basically, yeah.
That was on AOL even before that.
Yeah, you create your character. You got to select certain moves to make. Your promoter would book the matches. You'd play it out, but you yourself had to write out the story. the match and everything, you know. And that really piqued my interest because at heart I'm a writer. I've been published many times now, and I've got a following in Europe as well as in Asia. I love that. So it really piqued my interest. Oh, I get to write my own shit now. So this whole pay to play is not new to me because it happened in the written world of Efed as well. People started coming up with, hey, you want to book me in your show? I've got this many wins in this, and I've got all these titles, blah, blah, blah. You got to pay me a certain amount to participate in your company. So this here to me is nothing new. I don't know how many of you all experienced the written word, but in the end, it's a trend that usually ends up failing because sooner or later they realize, okay, not all these companies can afford me.
Right. And that was my next thing, Pete.
All of a sudden, the new trend begins to fade and they start reappearing in these companies. And then everyone, shits on them a little bit, like ribs on them and shit. Oh, I thought you were paid to play, shit like that, and it happens for about a month or so, and then that fades away and dies away, and then it's back to what the Efed world was all about to begin with. Do I want people to prosper? Obviously,
absolutely.
I live on a very limited income, and I make do with what I have because I'm disabled. So I work at a different kind of level as everyone else. Do I have time to be on the PC all the time and doing all this shit? No, that is why I limit the amount of companies I work for, and I still get to joy sometimes. Yeah, the body is fucked. Okay, like I work with a body that was torn apart by a pickup truck hitting me at 120 kilometers an hour. I was thrown 75 feet up in the air. So there's days where my body says, no, you're fucking staying in bed. And then you got the rest of life happening around you that you got to deal with as well. So do I want to get paid for my time? Fucking right I do. Fucking right I do. But if players want to be paid to participate in AWE, simple thing is you're going to have to bring ratings, which is new subscribers, new viewership, and I'll be running ads on my live streams as well as the replays so I can prosper as well as you have. It is what it is. It's about being able to accommodate not only the people that you're hiring to bring in, but accommodate yourself and recouping that money that you just put in.
Right.
Franklin, you're new to the conversation, and I do apologize, Frank. Hey, what?
All right, I'm cooking at the same time.
I want to hear your perspective.
So, here's the thing: I get the idea of everyone wanting to make money from doing this, but when you're looking at the owners, right? The owners, yeah, however many, 5. The owners.
What was that, Franklin? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm trying to cook, and Sarah was asking if she wanted me to help her out.
Hi, Sarah.
So here's the thing. The owners come out here, right? And they invest money in belts, right? The company, a lot of these companies do. So you're putting money into belts. You've got to keep up and make sure your belts go where they need to go. Repair belts, fix all this. People aren't paying, right? In some places, people help out. When the FTW championship went into disarray, I helped out with that. We made sure we got a new belt created for that. But that doesn't happen everywhere. So it's kind of wild to me that people expect owners to pay them to appear on their show when no one's making any money off of it.
That's what we said.
Money. If you made $100 every show, I could see someone saying, hey, pay me $10 to be on your show. Maybe. But even that, if you're making $100, is it worth it to pay people? Because what are you going to pay everybody $10 and you got 5 matches and now you don't have anything from it? So there has to be some type of profit margin in order for people to expect to get paid to do it. Because there are people that are going to do it because, like me, I do it for fun. I know Haywood, it's like our thing. So you're going to get people that will do it and not pay. So why am I going to pay somebody unless you're bringing some monetization to me? If you're going to bring money to me, then sure, I'll pay you.
But we would already need to be monetized to bring more monetization. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I don't think there's a single promo league that I know of that is monetized.
I mean,
I would like to know about it.
I think some people might make a little bit of money off of their YouTubes if they're getting views, but I mean, nobody's making more
doubt
than $10
it because
a
everybody
month.
uses copyrighted music. So until that changes, ain't nobody going to make any money anyway.
I know.
I have to make a decision.
They're not making more than $10 a month. Let's be real.
I had to make a decision 5 years ago. Did I want to make money or did I want to let people have fun? And I chose to let people have fun and use whatever damn music they wanted to. And I'm going to say one more thing in case my wife pulls me off of this thing, because she knows I'm very passionate about it. But I'm going to say this. If you want to kill the promo game, we can kill it. All of us start charging. Because one of two things will happen. Nobody will be able to afford anybody. Or whoever is the richest guy in promos will figure it out real quick.
Yeah,
because they will own the only league.
Oh yeah, yep.
Right. I'm telling you, if we want to kill the promo game, me, Pete, Franklin, Blunt, Matt, Mac Millie, if he's watching, everybody that's worth a damn, just go in there and say you're only going to promo if you get paid.
Yep.
And nobody's going to be promoing
tomorrow.
But then
nobody's going to be promoing. Nobody.
Right. No one will promo.
Right.
No. And then what Pete said
people will. But it won't be the people that are good.
That's what I was
I don't know, buddy. I saw some people that weren't very good asking for $50 today.
Yeah, you don't have the people that's worth $10 trying to ask for $100.
You also have to realize that people are blind to their own quality.
Woo! Preach!
I'm going to tell you, when I got into this game, there was a ton of leagues, and me and Blunt met each other in one of them. And I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, so I won't say it out loud. And in some of these leagues, I'm not going to say that one was as bad as some other ones, but there was an illusion that people were being judged. I can't say they were always being judged. So then when you have a guy from bottom tier 4 beat a guy from tier 1, and the owner looks at the guy from bottom tier 4 and say, you really earned that. Well, now you've created a 5-year fucking problem that I got to deal with, because I got to tell that they're no good, and then I got to undo all the crap that you did telling them they were good to get them worth the shit so I can put them on my show.
Yep.
So here's the thing. I'm sorry. 90% of you aren't worth $1. And y'all might hate me for it, but y'all are very much valuable at the price of free.
Yep.
You're right.
Because that's what it's supposed to be.
I'm going to be super transparent. When I first came in, I thought
you weren't worth a nickel.
I thought it was great.
I tried to give you back.
Now, it was bad. Even when I started getting good, right?
I have never seen somebody as terrible as this man was.
When I look at when I won the FCW championship from Purge, I watched that match the other day, and I was like, I won the title with that? That was fucking garbage. It was fucking bad. Let me tell you. And that's when I was getting good.
If Sean, when I first met him, would have said, I'll promo for you, but it's going to cost $50, he'd have never became Franklin Benjamin. He'd have never got good at this. Never. Never ever. And
but this is why I keep my old promos.
But if I gave him $50 to promo for me, he wouldn't have became Franklin Benjamin either. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I would have called him Barack. Because if I'm paying you, guess what? I should get to control the character you play.
Yes.
I should get to control the narrative. I should get to control everything.
And it's true. It's true because if it becomes like, and I am assuming there's going to be a lot that jump on the bandwagon, and there it might very well be some are doing it as a rib. And if
some of them got to be a rib, Mordecai. I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not going to name any name, but some of them I do.
Whereas others are very serious about it. And I go back to the territory days. I've got to look at it from the perspective as an actual promoter. Then, okay,
that's how it would have to look.
I'm paying you $150 for this amount of your time, this amount of your promos. You now have to give me in return. And that means upping the viewership. That is key, especially when you are shooting on YouTube. It is all about that algorithm. If you want us to pay you, we have to make as well, because that is the way the circle works. Okay, this
And I
isn't like a
also
circle
want-
jerk to make you feel better. This is a circle of business.
And
I
now
also want your merchandise. So if I'm paying for the unfiltered, I'm selling unfiltered shirts, and unfiltered isn't making money off of my shirts because I paid for your likeness to be on my show, so I own the right to sell your likeness. That's
really
the
gonna
only way-
Vince McMahon them that bad? I mean, I'm already trying to turn them into babies and stuff or whatever.
I mean, if you're gonna charge me and we're not monetized, I have to make money. If I'm gonna pay you, I have to be able to make money from it. That's what it comes down to. And there's no other monetization right now. And even if you said I can bring you 500 views, that's not getting me paid right now. And even if it does get me paid, is it going to get me paid the money that you want me to pay you to be on the promo? I have to make more than what you're charging me in order for it to be worth it. So otherwise, if you're not going to bring me that amount of money, more than what you're asking me to pay you, you have to provide something else. So that means that I'm going to sell your merch. And if you're making merch and selling it, you got to give me some of your merch sales because I'm paying for you to be there.
Ain't nobody going to recoup their loss selling promo artist merch.
No.
Well, okay. Who's selling it right now that's actually making money?
Okay, here's the thing. I've sold promotional merch for 9 years now. And before I joined the Promoverse, I was doing the 2K verse. And I that's where my niche was for the longest time. It's like I got sick and tired of the written word. So I would create merch, and these people that joined the channel would ask me specifically for that merchandise. So I would create the merch, I would put it up on TeePublic or wherever I used. And I'll tell you right now, most of these places, unless it's a better program than like TeePublic or whatever, I know there is because I'll be using some of them soon. You're getting $2 off of a t-shirt. You're getting $4 off a hoodie. You're getting $1 for like a pair of socks, or and they're selling this like a t-shirt for over $30.
Right, and you get enough to buy a candy bar.
So what would help is, okay, fine, I pay you for this amount of time here in my company. The whole time, I mean, like, you are, as a worker that is being paid, you are promoting your own merch. You are trying to make me as much money as possible. You are also selling my product and trying to get people to join, as well as show up to the live streams or even the replays. Like, it all comes down to, we're greasing your wheels. Now you gotta grease ours. It's simple as that, ladies and gentlemen.
And now it's no longer constructive criticism. It's just criticism.
Yes.
And if you fail trying to sell all your stuff, you're showing all the other owners that you're not worth that 150.
Right.
Exactly.
Or if you don't get me 200 more viewers, you weren't worth my investment.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, I mean,
like, I feel like a lot of these artists don't understand that when you're saying, because I'm seeing them writing in their posts, oh, I'm gonna bring you this many more people. I'll share this with my network that has this, but I need to see those views. If you're telling me you're gonna bring those people, you sharing it to your people. If they don't come and view it, that does absolutely nothing for me.
Right.
So
why are you not already doing that, though?
Bring me these views and they don't come, everyone else is gonna see it, and you're gonna look bad.
But let's hear Matt, because Matt just chimed in with something.
But why are you not already doing that? If you did this for free for 7 months straight, why have I not had my views go up? But now all of a sudden, you can promise me 20, 30 views?
Why didn't you give me 20 or 30 views when it was free?
Right.
We got a new guest coming in.
I've had most of these guys playing the foundation. My views don't go up based on that.
And that's why I feel like a lot of them got their head gassed up.
We got
and let me tell you, I'm just going to throw me and Franklin out there. Me and Franklin are pretty consistent, I'd say. I think we're pretty well known. I think we're people that if we wanted to, we could say the same thing. We're going to charge. Yeah. Okay? But here's the thing. I can't make a promise that I'm going to give a channel 200 more views. And I'm one of the most popular people in this game.
Here's a good point.
If you don't believe me, go look at Elite's locker room. They'll all tell you I only win because I'm popular.
Here's a good point. This is made by the guy that plays Vane as well as Pretty Petty Peterson. Don't forget about paying the judges, because then it's about quality and bipartisan. Yeah, then it's about quality and bipartisan judging. But can't just be any Joe Schmo at that point, and I have to agree. Now I tried introducing him, but ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the crew, he is the prophecy king, Mac Millie. How you doing?
I'm all right. How y'all doing, fellas?
What's up, Mac?
You're not driving, Brody. Hope you're not driving while you're on this, bro.
I'm actually parked right now, but the conversation got too good, and I kept hearing the word monetization. Yep. So I said, let me come in and throw a little bit in here for right now until I could get back home. But I'll explain why I'm in the promo game when I get home if you guys are still on. But I will say right now, I currently have multiple channels that are monetized.
Right.
And a portion of me coming into this game was to display the dope art of what we do and create revenue for everybody involved. Obviously, that takes emotion that we have to get into first in order to build something up to then to be able to disperse amongst everybody equally how they see fit. Now, is that a scenario that's going to work out perfect? No, it never is, especially when money becomes involved. The whole pay to play, I get it, but I understand it from a wrestler's aspect because I have a lot of wrestler friends and things of that nature that work on the independent, all the way from the independents, all the way up to WWE and any company you could think about. So I understand that mindset. But in this, for what we do and what we have been doing for free, it's an absurd thing. I'm not trying to knock nobody's hustle for whatever reason that you got going on for it, but it's just an absurd thing to do. And the timing of it is very particular in regards to a lot of other things that have been unfolding. But again, I currently have multiple monetized channels right now.
Yeah. I don't mean to interrupt. We've got another guest coming in. Because I don't pay for StreamYard, I'm on the basic plan. So Matt Tyson.
I'm going. No. Hold on. I'm going to go because I'm still out making a run right now. So okay. Allow me to step. I just wanted to put that in so that the seeds were planted, so that then the thought process can then begin, so that when I do come back, I can explain for why all of the reasons that I'm in promo and I've been doing all the things that I've been doing behind the scenes for positive reasoning. So I'll join you fellas. I'll be back.
Okay, we will be live when you get back, so I will see you soon.
Bye, man.
Safe drive.
Thank you. Love you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing on Shady Sean McKenzie. Now, here's one of them. I'm not sure if it's a rib or not that he is part of the pay to play. I'm going to let him speak on it, and I want to hear these guys' decision to go that route, because in my mind, I do understand them. I really do. And I'm not hating on anyone that wants to go this route. But ladies and gentlemen, he is Shady Sean McKenzie.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Pete?
Hey, it's good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing okay. So let's touch on this.
Awesome. This is what I wanted, an open forum.
Is it a rib? Me, it's 50-50. Okay, look.
I kind of thought yours was, because you said, "Owe me if you owe me."
Owe me. Look, if somebody wants to pay me for the skills that they know that I possess, then that's fine, because I've been paid partially in this game in multiple ways from multiple people for multiple things. So there is money to be made in this if you want to make money. Now, can you make a living? Fuck no. Would I love to get it to that point? Fuck yes. there's a process like Mac Milley was talking about, about the monetization, like you have to have so many views. And if I'm gonna be paying someone, and like I want certain assurances, you know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be things we're gonna write out a contract, and it's not just gonna be I'm sending you $150 and I hope that you send me the 10 promos you promised me. No, I'm sorry. It's not like that.
Right.
There's going to be something written out, and it's going to be professional. And at that point, real money is involved. So things have to be, taken a different kind of way. It can't just be the game plan, of it being a game anymore.
Right.
And like I said, I would love social media entertainment to get to that point. But man, it may take 10, 20 years from now for people to see some of the stuff we've done and truly dissolve into it, and be like, God damn, there really is something here. There's an entertainment factor here because we are entertainers. Some of us do love to do this. Do we give our all in every single hyper promo? No, we don't. But if you're paying us, you want to pay me. I'm going to give a little bit more
buddy,
effort.
you can bet that green screen would be set back up quicker than a Snicker if I was getting
Matt Tyson.
Like I said, with me, it's 50-50. I wasn't the first one to have the
I
idea.
always put 110% in. Ask Haywood. He's told me to do throwaway matches, and I sent him the throwaway match. He's like, dude, I said
can't hear
throwaway
Franklin anymore.
Now, do it like people let's take Tyler Grimm, for instance. Okay, damn, he come out there and posted. Do I think he's going to get paid? No, I don't.
No.
To me, he's mid-tier at best. He's telling me that he's offered real money
Shady,
in real life to play his
names.
character in a real indie company. That's probably because an indie company ain't got very many people. I'm
we said
sorry,
we won't
brother,
go say
that's
the
just
damn
how it
name,
is.
Shady.
He wasn't there, so he could do it. He could do it.
Grant Miller is the one who made the first post. He's being dead serious about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He have the abilities to carry it through? Yeah, he does. And are some people probably going to pay him? Yeah, they probably will, because he's got the EWN page and everyone pays attention to that. So I'm sorry, but there are eyeballs there, whether they hit the like button or not. So,
but here's my
no
my
one's denying
my
that.
perspective. So when it gets to that point, though, they've got to be willing to offer something in return. Are they going to get more views? And to interrupt myself, new guest on the screen, Old School. How you doing, brother?
No, this is the first time me on
I've been watching all this, and I'll say this. Okay, so you got Haywood, you got Shady, you got so many great talents in this league, right?
Hell's frozen over, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just an old guy with a beard, but you got so many good talents here. So if I would book you guys, right, like a Shady versus a Blunt, right? I think that's a payable match. If they want it paid for it. But I agree with you guys. What does it give me? You know what I mean? Are you guys going to draw me like another 100 views if I go to gain money on it? Because now I've already invested, say, $1,000 in all these belts, okay, and they're out with everybody that I got to trust. I've got to trust all of you to hold my belt, and not go, fuck you, I'm keeping that belt you paid for. Okay, so now we're already at negative money. So unless they're drawing me $1,000 to cover my belts, what the hell am I paying you for? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some guys that, right. Like I commented on here. Me and Haywood, we've had some bangers of matches. Okay, we could probably get paid for those matches, but you know what? I do it because I like promo. It's a hobby. It's fun for me. I want to go out and have fun and be a character I'm not in real life. And me and Haywood have done it for free. So if that's the case, the people that we have done it for couldn't have paid us any fucking way. Let's be honest. One group owner we're over there promoting for, he's out selling his ass on the street to try to make money to buy a fucking belt. How's he going to pay me to promo? You know what I mean? Right. So I don't expect to get any money when I walk in the promo. I'm still going to continue to compete where I'm competing at now for free. Yeah. Like they're not going to. Me and Shady, they're only paying for certain down. We've had great matches, and they didn't pay us. I mean, Shady, if we go back to a couple of places we had matches before, they owe us a lot because we were doing a good fucking artist there. Not being smart, but it's true. Well, I mean, there was some shit going on there.
To me, there are you know, there's levels to this game. You know, there's top tier, there's mid tier, and there's bottom tier.
And I'm
do the
frankly,
top
I'm
tier
not-
agree with who's in the top tier? Fuck no, because the
No.
top tier, we're going to disagree. You know, damn, it is what it is. But
Right.
some people like
So,
I
look past their capabilities, so to speak.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more there. I couldn't agree
So
with you more.
I'm going to open up the floor for Blunt because he was looking to say something on one of the topics. So go for it, Blunt.
To add to that, like, if we're gonna get paid, you definitely got to give me some type of I say time, because I'm getting paid. I'm gonna give you the best I can. And a person like me, I'm not gonna say I turn on the camera and automatically know what I'm gonna say. Throughout the week, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say. And whether anyone can tell you, I show up either sick, in the hospital, like I don't care where I'm at. If I'm signed up to do a match, I'm coming up.
But Blunt's never not turned in, and that is to include when he's messaged me and said, "Hey, Wood, I'm in the hospital." He's like, "But I'll have you something." I'm just being honest.
Hey,
I mean,
I've done.
Hey, Wood, you just made a great point.
Like
You made a great point. Hey, what are we going to do? We going to go sue them people for $20 because they no showed us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So
are we going to sue them for $20?
I don't want to hear that. If I'm paying you, I don't want to hear that I'm sick and I can't give you a promo, because when I'm in the hospital, can't breathe, I'm still showing up.
And need I remind these people that Bret Hart once defended the world title with 103-degree fever? Huh? I mean, come on, guys.
No, from my perspective, I've done the same thing. Recently, I did it for VPW as well as Powerhouse. I had torn back muscles. I had cracked ribs, and it was so bad. I actually went to management of Powerhouse and said, "Hey, I don't think I can do this. I can barely breathe." And then I seen that, oh, they put me in the main event. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna look like an asshole here. So I say, give me a few minutes. I still cut a promo for them. I still won the match, and I did the best I could. And everyone could hear it. I was struggling to breathe through it all. I was struggling just to stand there. And they were all like, "Pete, you could have just taken it." No.
I had a third of my colon removed and cut a promo 3 days later.
Your company, so I've got to perform now.
Yes, he did.
In that situation, it's got to mean something to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it
so
does.
it's
you know.
It comes
But
to
if
a
you're
point
being
where
paid, Shady, that's the thing, though. If you're being paid, you can't say it has to mean something to me, right? That's what it comes into it.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
It don't mean nothing if you're
I
getting
don't
paid.
want to hear that
I'm
sick
sorry, it
and I
don't
can't
mean
do
shit
your
if you're getting
promo.
paid. You're doing a job.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's just it's like calling into work. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do it.
You
You know
showed
what
up
I'm
for
saying?
work if you're getting paid.
Right. And here's what got me this morning. Some of the people posting saying they're going to go pay to play. Some of the people, not all of them, because like I said, I respect the hustle. But they can't even get their stuff in on time. How are you going to tell me I'm going to pay you?
Okay, let's say this too. There's levels, like you guys said, to somebody who would pay to play, right?
Right.
Okay, so let me go, and this is going to be an asshole saying, so get ready. People are going to give me shit. Hollywood Haywood, I'd pay him the $20-$30. Shady $20-$30. Mad T, you're getting $1. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, because I know the quality.
It's because you know what people bring. You know,
right. That's a whole nother
I know what's going to show up on screen.
Now people are going to get in their feelings. They're going to be upset. They're going to be like, "Oh, I think I'm worth more," and you're going to get this guy that wants to pay him more because it's his buddy.
What's different than what's happening now with people getting in their feelings?
And by the way, I've not really ever got to speak to Mr. Benjamin, but I'll tell you this: you're one of the best promo artists I've ever seen. So I want you to understand that I really.
And he was so terrible, old school. He was so bad.
This guy's beat me 4 fucking times.
And guess what? There's the other thing that we've lost in this. This is the other thing you've lost in this pay to play bullshit. Okay, so when somebody new comes in, they've got to get paid to play, and they could suck. And then we offer our help, and they're going to go, "Fuck you! You're paying me. I don't need to listen to you," and they still suck. Listen, the reason
and I would argue they need to listen even more.
What I'm asking, okay, right? And then that gives Franklin Benjamin the right to come forward and be like, "I beat this motherfucker 4 times. He's never beat me once. How much you want to pay me?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, that's
so
fact.
Shady walks
It
in the group and
is.
says, I beat your whole damn roster. They're all making 20. I need 50.
That's
Right.
that's
Now
facts,
the bidding
though.
war starts because
Well, you're going to have people
now
start
they're
breaking
running
it down.
champion says, wait a
Well,
minute.
that wasn't a comp situation. That was a
And I'm gonna tell you
storyline, you
something
know,
else
or
too.
and
And
shit
y'all,
like that.
Yeah.
anybody that knows me know I hate the word exclusive because I think people should be able to play wherever they
Fucking
want.
worst
But
thing
let
I've
me
ever
tell
heard
you
in my
one
life is
thing.
exclusive.
I almost
If
put
I
that
pay
word in my
you-
post too. I was like, I'll be exclusive. And then I was like, nah, fuck that.
If I pay you, you're gonna have to be exclusive while I'm paying you. I mean, to me, because
I get
otherwise you
kicked out
can
of
go
too many
do the
places,
same
man.
show.
I have to have places to go, man.
Now, okay, so I'm going to take this away to another perspective. I look at Grant Miller. How many places was he competing in? Now, is this his tactic to have people like more hesitant on trying to lure him in? Because I know there's places that he really wants to work for, but he's working for what, 10 different fucking companies. So do I put a pay scale on my talent and say, okay, now I'm guaranteed that the only ones that can afford me are going to book me.
Right.
You
Well,
know, I look at it from a lot of different angles for people because Grant's wanted everywhere. And I'll tell you right now, him being in AWE for even just 2 matches, I fucking loved it because he put on great talent and he makes people watch him. And a lot of people want to shit on him. Oh, he just rehashes the same fucking catchphrases. You gotta listen between the catchphrases. Every professional wrestler has a catchphrase. It's what he's speaking about between those catchphrases. That's what you got to attune to. And if you can't, well, fine. You're going to listen to what the catchphrases are. It's like, oh, it's the same fucking bullshit. No, start fucking paying attention. If you are a diehard promo fan or even a wrestling fan, you listen to, say, a guy like Jake the Snake. When he speaks, everybody listened. You know,
right?
Undertaker spoke. Well, not nowadays, but in his past, when he finally spoke, people listened. Hulk Hogan, for all his detractions, when he spoke, people listened.
Yeah.
So,
and you have that in this promo game too. But a lot of people aren't real with themselves.
No,
Haywood's getting ready to hit on something I'm going to say too. Because guess what? Hulk Hogan, great figure in wrestling. Terry Bollea, big piece of shit in real life. And the same goes for a lot of motherfuckers that are in this game. Excuse my French. They're great promo artists, but pretty fucking shitty human beings.
But it goes both ways, though.
Right.
Old school.
I agree.
There's some really shitty human beings that are also shitty promo artists,
right?
No,
but you get what I'm saying.
I am a shitty fucking I'm a shitty character because I feel like I'm mid when it comes to my promos. But
I don't think that. I've seen you do good stuff. Listen, it's all in the perspective of the judges too. You know
what I've noticed with Blunt, and this is my critique coming in. When he's faced with certain competitors in the Promoverse, he pushes himself harder, and it goes with like guys like Shady Sean, Franklin Benjamin. They know the level of talent they're facing. Do I go full on Blunt Man or do I go full on Shady when I don't need to?
Right.
So you get different levels when it comes to, okay, I chose wrong on this motherfucker's opponent because this is just not going to work right because one, either Shady's going to fucking outplay him with minimal work and you don't get exactly the quality that you thought you would. And the other guy's like, well, yeah, I kind of see where I fucked up here, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
some of the work I did with Shady and Haywood. I love working with Shady and Haywood.
If I were to pay Blunt Man to face Shady Sean or Franklin Benjamin to face Haywood, okay, that's good booking right there because I know their quality is going to raise because they know the competition that they're in.
And to be honest, the competition.
So now you're looking at, okay, I'm paying these guys, so I got to make sure I've got the talent that can actually compete against them.
Right. Which means now you got to pay more than one guy.
Yep.
Right.
If I've got a roster of say 20 people that I'm paying, I'm controlling the outcome of what happens. I don't care.
Yep.
Like it's my story at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
and
you can have some input. You know what I mean? But it's going to go whichever direction I want it to go at that point.
Here's the other thing I think people aren't even thinking of. What about championships? So you got a guy that wins your championship, right? You pay this guy who comes in and wins his,
but you only got him for 8
championship, and then he's like,
matches.
well, you got to pay me more now. And you're like, no,
Right.
I'm not going to pay you more. Now you got a belt somewhere that as an owner, you got to figure out how to get your belt back because this guy's holding your belt hostage because he wants more money.
Well, exactly.
It's happened in the promo realm where belts have
It
not
has
been
that,
returned. People
So
have
now-
screwed people and kept their belts, and that to me,
Without money
you're a
being
disgusting
involved.
piece of filth if you do that shit. I don't like that.
That's
So
got to
now-
be about
People
the
have
lowest
taken
of the
belts
low.
and taken them to pawn shops. And
Dude,
So-
what pawn dealer's buying an Efed belt, man? I get
Bro.
that they're trying to do it, but
I
There
mean,
are
like,
some.
what is
There are
There's a true story out there that one promo artist, Molinax, sold belt for crack. So let's be real.
Well,
It's been done.
I believe it. I've gotten enough phone calls from promo artists looking for money at 3 a.m. for cracks.
Yeah.
Right.
Trust me, I believe that
Right.
they'll try to pawn the belts.
They
I mean,
will.
if I was selling crack and you brought me a promo belt, I'd probably be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll trade you.
So,
I just have
All
always
right,
kind of been
so
under
low
the
key,
impression-
Benjamin is dealing crack for belts. Be ready, fellas. Low key.
no, that's Daryl Jackson.
Hey, all I can say is if you get locked up, bro, that's gonna be tough to explain to the boys in the penitentiary. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
so touching on what was said, you pay someone to come in, they win your big title or any title. Well, now you have to pay someone else that matches their fucking energy,
Right.
go win it back. Well, now you're stuck in a loop because now you got to find someone before that person's fucking time runs out that just won the title for your company
Yeah.
back.
And
Well,
then the next thing you know, we're storyline and everything because we've been
So-
priced into
Yeah,
having
because you
to
got
do
to
it
yank the
that
belt
way.
off the champion before he leaves.
yeah,
You know what I
Right.
mean? So you're storylining somebody else to take the title.
That's why I
So-
said at that point, if I'm paying, a roster of people,
Right.
I'm controlling what happens because you should be able to see what's going on with people as an owner of paying
Right.
people. You know what I mean? Like you should be able to tell when they're coming on screen, how they're talking in a locker room situation, damn what's going on. And you should be able to pick up on certain things and be like, okay, well, I need to go this route real fucking quick, to correct the situation.
So pay to play, probably, in my opinion, as Shady just said, works best in storyline fits.
Mm-hmm.
It
Most,
would.
def- most, most
Yeah,
definitely.
That definitely would.
But in
It definitely
comp
would.
feds, I think it's damn near impossible.
I think so,
Everybody's gonna
too.
bitch and complain
Yeah,
about
I
Now,
everything.
what I do think is possible in comp feds, and I
It's,
think
it's only
old school-
possible if we get it to, like I said, like if it's a UFC type
right,
situation,
right,
or
and
like
then
a
you can get
power
like a
slap,
fight of
you
the
know what I
night
mean? Something
purse,
that's
which is what I
monetized
think.
on television,
Which is what I think old school's made money doing, like winning fight of the night, right? Old school. Haven't
Right.
you won money in a promo match or something?
I won $250 in IW. Yeah.
But at that
Right.
point, are you going to want to see two people on different sides of the planet fucking them giving you a video promo, or do you want to see them face to face in a fucking live promo? You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Well, and
what-
you know what? A lot of people are afraid of the live promos, and
Because
I've
they
learned
can't
this from a lot of
handle
feds. They're afraid these people are going to say some shit they're not supposed to say. You know what I mean?
can't.
Because listen, we've got some guys out there that you can trust fully to go on the screen live and talk
I
all night
know
long.
this 100%.
But then you got some guys that walk on there and say some shit that could get your group shut down.
Yeah, just,
You know what I
just
mean?
because you
I
talk
had
a
a guy
certain
pull a
way with your
gun.
homies that you're around every day doesn't
Yeah.
mean you can come out here
I
and
had a
talk
guy
the
pull a
same
gun
way,
on my
because
live, and
these people
Facebook
ain't
hit
your
me up and
homies.
was going to shut me down. Oh yeah, he pulled a
What?
fucking gun and threatened somebody on Facebook. He's gonna go kill him. And Facebook, dude, it was like boom. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Because they're watching us. They're watching.
Yeah.
us.
They're watching everything we do because they don't believe
Great.
you're
Now
fake.
they're gonna fucking knock my door down because they think I'm
Right.
selling crack for belts.
No,
Here
no,
here
I
comes the
literally
SWAT
had
team.
to argue with somebody from Facebook because they were trying to block one of my competitors off my page because they typed something out underneath a height. And I'm
Yep.
arguing with the lady. I'm like, we are role playing. We
Yes,
are
they
role
don't understand.
playing.
They don't.
They didn't
Hey,
understand. They thought
And
it
if
was crazy.
Benjamin now with a CBO shirt on next week, crack dealing order, I'm going home because I'm waiting for it. He better be standing on the corner with a sign that says, "We'll give you crack for your promo belt." I want to see that shit.
I think that's a new gimmick.
It's
Hey
the
man, I
new
want in on
America,
that
baby.
shit, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Give me my shit, bro.
Go hang out with Vacant Bill.
No. Oh wow. and I look at it like the pay to play. I look at a guy like Vacant Veil. He's shooting up quick. He's very new to the Promoverse, very much like I am, and his green screen work is like one of the best I've seen.
I
You know,
agree.
And,
that guy's great.
And he plays his role to the fucking fullest. Yeah. But at the same time, would I pay him as much as I would Grant Miller? No.
Look,
you're a rookie.
If Grant pulls
I know
this
you
off,
think I'm crazy. And
he makes decent money at it. I mean, it's going to set the standard. You know what I mean?
Do you know why I pay him more? Because he's so much different than anybody else.
Exactly.
And you know why I'd pay him more also? Because I already have a match, if Efed Vale, if you're watching, that I'd love to book. I'd never pay him to do it, but if he wants to do it for free, there is no better story than the homeless man versus the Black Republican Franklin Benjamin.
What? Oh.
Motherfucker, that's gonna happen in AWE in that in that tournament.
And you say about Grant being worth more. I'm going to say this, and it might be a slight to Grant, but I think he's worth a little less because he's in so many places.
Yes,
okay, so
true.
I see him in 15 to 20 different leagues.
He just drop about half the places he was in. So
I see. Well, yeah, because of this. But what I'm saying is,
he dropped him just right before.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
he did.
But he was in. Let's go beforehand though. He was in so many places. You know, I know they were saying, "Oh, he uses the same catchphrases, and we got to watch what he says in the middle." But listen, there's some people that don't watch what you say in the middle. They just want to see if he's got that flash and bang when he's in that organization. Then they go, "Oh, wait a minute, there he is again. There he is again. There he is again." So sometimes to me, more is less. The less groups you're in, the more dynamic you are because they don't know what you're coming with. Haywood hit about Elite earlier. You know why they hate that guy so much over there? Because he's fucking good. Okay. And some of them are not on that level. They don't understand how to be good. They don't understand how to play the heel character. They don't understand how to morph themselves to adjust to any other style. So they're jealous, they're pissed off, and they don't like him and they want him gone because then it's easier fish to fry, okay? Unfortunately, Big Dog, you're fighting one of the biggest catfish in the game. You know, they tried to get me to come over there. I was like, listen, the only person I come over and face is Haywood. Other than that, there's no fucking body else for me to come over and face. So I'm not coming over there.
Hey now, I'm the Nemesis champion over there.
Yeah, but you're in another route with some other people that I've faced Haywood before, so that would be the only story that would make sense for me to walk into. I've had a match with Haywood or two, you know what I mean? So we've got a little bit of history. So if I walk in there and we have our match, well, then now what do I fucking do? I got Haywood. Win or lose, it's over. You know, we can't run it 75 fucking times because you wear that.
No, because it is tiring to fight old school. Let me tell you, because I don't know about you guys. You can ask my wife. When I'm booked against somebody and it means something to me, it's like I'm method acting at a certain point. Like I've really got to make myself not like that person, like or be the good guy or whatever role I'm playing. And like, I don't really have a big problem with old school.
and therein lies the problem as well. Like I recently had a match with Grant Miller for Call Outbreak, and I've got nothing but respect for the man. I like talking to him.
Makes it way harder.
And I laid down way too much respect. Not just that, I was so frustrated with my lighting at that time, trying to get it so it actually worked. I went in complete story mode and blew away 8 minutes, and I'm like, what the fuck? But at that point, I was like, okay, I waited too fucking long. I've got 3 hours to reshoot, or do I just say, you know what? I give him respect now, and then in a return match, I go for the redemption arc. And then I got told he dropped the title. He's stepping back because his health is suffering, and so it's like, okay, that's fine. Okay, down the road maybe, you know. Do I want to face Grant Miller again? Yeah. Would I pay to have me face him? No. Someone else will have to pay that, but then they're going to have to give me a cut of the pie as well. If he's getting paid, why am I not? Therein lies the problem with it all.
Right.
If
one's getting paid, the other one's got to get paid.
That I truly believe, because let me tell you,
even though I'm not asking to be paid,
a territory show ran. I mean, I'm sure there was, but what I'm saying is they're all supposed to get paid. If you pay one, you got to pay all.
And it was an argument of who's worth more. Because like you said earlier, the delusion.
Once we go this route,
like Hollywood said earlier, we'll find out who the richest motherfucker in the game is. You know,
I agree with that sentiment exactly. Whoever's got the most money at the end of the day is going to grab up on these guys that are wanting paid to play. Yeah. But here's the thing: some of these guys might get their heart broke because that guy might not want to pay them what they think they're worth. Okay, so listen, I could pay Shady and Haywood and Benjamin. Everybody could come over to like say PPF, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna give you each $20 a match, or whatever. But so tomorrow, Haywood calls me and goes, you know what, man? I truly love being over there, but I've noticed I've been doing a little more hypes and a little more work than those other guys. I'm gonna need 30, bro. And then
that don't work for me, brother.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to start seeing people who realize their worth, same as in the real
going to start
wrestling
fighting
business.
over, what they think they're worth, but what are they really worth? There's no way to say that, certain person is worth a certain
That's
amount.
where, as a business person and as a business owner, you sit them down and you tell them how it is. You know what I mean? Whether they
right,
whether
and then 90%
of
them are going to quit.
Well, I mean that they're in breach of contract at that point. That's why you
know
only pay them
what I'm
a certain
saying
amount of their contract for a
we've
certain
all
amount of
agreed
time.
on, 90 to 95% of these people are not good enough to get paid, even if we were all making money.
Agreed.
If I'm paying you $150 for say 10 promos, I'm not paying you $150 up front. I'm paying you $10 after you give me my two promos. After you give me my first one, give me my second one, I'll give you another 10.
But I think Haywood's right. And I think what would happen, we'd be down to like 15, 20 promo artists, and everybody else would be gone. Because
and I think there'd be one league. I think
there would be a league of about 50 people.
Yeah.
Because there's about at least 50 decent motherfuckers in this game scattered throughout.
That wouldn't get paid. Like, there's guys, and I'm going to say names that people are going to be mad, but I don't really care about it because you can be mad if you want because it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. But, like, you're probably not going to – Deviant's like, oh, I want $25. You're going to say, no, I'm not paying you. He's not going to stick around and play. Johnny Canada says, oh, I want you to give me $15. You're going to say, Johnny, no, maybe I'll give you $5. And he's like, no, I'm not going to play. So you're going to all these guys – it's all the guys that get butt hurt already. And I'm not even saying those guys get butt hurt. But all the guys that get butt hurt already when they lose are going to get more butt hurt when you don't want to do that.
Was coming. I knew that was coming. But on a different subject, I don't care who can book it. In the future, wherever y'all want to do it, I definitely want to match with this Benjamin fella. Just let y'all know I'm interested, and I do it for free. I do it for free, damn it! Oh wait a minute, I lied. Coffee. You must buy coffee. If you don't have coffee, kiss my ass. I ain't coming.
I'm gonna set something here. Here it is. You ready? Old school. What's your favorite coffee?
My favorite coffee, believe it or not, is Great Value Coffee from Walmart.
I'll tell you what, old school. After starting point, I don't even want it to be for the title. For 1 pound of Great Value Coffee, you can get Franklin Benjamin too. So this is like a win-win for you, man.
I'm down.
Win-win. Hold out, Frank.
Hold on. I could talk to Wapo. We give you 2 pounds of coffee and we get them.
Oh shit!
Hey, I just need to see these packages of coffee before they get transported. Is that okay?
Message me personally. We're gonna get up to 5 pounds. These suckers are playing.
Well,
so,
here's the biggest detraction from pay to play. It becomes a contractual obligation.
Yes,
and that's not a hobby anymore.
No, and then you have to start writing up contracts.
But I'm saying something though.
They have
what do we do?
And
you do that. What do? You sue them for the $20 or $30 that they don't show up their 3 matches for,
and then you're out like thousands of dollars.
Right. So now I'm hiring an attorney for $20 in a hobby. Get the fuck out.
Yep.
They're gonna lock you out of court. They're gonna be like, you did what?
Oh, for Justin, he's just beginning to hit the jackpot.
My lawyer would slap me in the mouth. He'd call me stupid.
No bounds.
What's gonna happen? Guys going looking for people. People are gonna look for people, and then you're gonna get real fights because someone's gonna be like, "Well, this guy lives a state over from me, and he's an hour and a half away, and he didn't do my match, and he owes me, and I paid him $50. I'm gonna go beat his ass right now."
And we all know how I get about money.
It's business at that point.
Bro,
so
I'm from the hood. I'm going to steal the
people
wheels
how
off
much
their car.
you make and what you do. You know what I mean? So, like, am I really going to go around the promo realm and tell people that how much I'm making and getting paid in certain places? No, I'm not. Like,
but there is some people that will.
That's the other buddy, I would.
I've shared certain things. Like, you know what I mean?
People will put it in their promo.
Excuse me for just a one minute, gents. I'm going to let you guys discuss. I'm going to quickly grab a beverage and I shall return.
I've shared certain
get some
things, like
coffee.
I've won money tournaments, so I've shared that because it's known, it's out there. I've won T-shirts, it's known, it's out there. I
And may
can't
I
really hide
say,
that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I
I've won
think money
belts in
tournaments
promo leagues.
But if
are a good
someone's
way
paying
to get
me
money in the game.
to show
Money
up and
tournaments.
participate, I mean, that's my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I come out and have? I don't have no
But
reason to
what
come
I'm
out and
saying
share
is
with
there
you.
are certain people, okay, so like say Haywood's getting ready to take on, I will use Mr. Benjamin there as an example. And Mr. Benjamin is making $100 from you, okay? And him and Haywood are really great friends. He's like, man, Shady takes care of me over there, bro. And it's just out of general conversation,
Yeah.
I'm getting
It happens.
$100, right? And then Haywood's like, well, fuck, I could use $100. And you hit him up like, you want to have a match with Benjamin? Man, I'd love to have a match with Benjamin, but I need that $100 like he's getting. And then you're going to be like, wait a fuck minute. How does he know what I'm giving this guy? It could be a friendly conversation that makes it political.
You
then.
reevaluate
these two are going to be no more friends because
your
he's
trust
not
in the first person that said something. You know what I mean?
Well, while I agree with what you're saying, Shady, I think old school has a much more realistic take on how.
Most definitely. Because
I mean, we all done it at a regular job. We just shooting the shits, and I make this much, bro.
Right.
Like,
most definitely.
Yeah.
Because you want to be fair to the person that you're next to more than likely, because you're probably friends
bonus
with
day,
them,
you sit with your best friend at the job site. You're like, man, they gave me $150 bonus. He's like, what the fuck? I only got 75. Now you're not friends for a couple of days because he's mad.
Yeah. I didn't know they did that, and I wouldn't have said anything if I knew, but I didn't really know because it's not being said. Fuck, that's just my boy, and I was telling him because he's my boy.
Everyone's got to accept, though, that everyone's contracts, just because you work at the same company with someone, then you get paid and what you discuss. I mean, that's.
I would tell my boy because he is my boy, and I want my boy to make just as much as I
mean,
am.
hell.
Say you've been there for 15 years and he's only been there for 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to tell him, like, look, dude, I had to work fucking 15 years to get this third week vacation. What if you have to work here 15 years to get that third week vacation?
Shady, that makes sense. But the other side of it is he going to care? Like, that's my boy. I might be like, yo, Blunt. Yeah, but I've been doing promos for Shady for the past 2 years, and I've been on all his shows, and that's why he pays me that. And this could be his second month promoing for you. And he's like, yeah, but I don't give a fuck. I'm good, and I was doing it over here too. I want that money anyway. So even though it's explained to him, now he's not mad at me. So yeah, that gets rid of him not being mad at me.
Value in him that he sees in himself, though.
But it doesn't stop him from coming at you, bro.
Do I see the same dollar value in him that he sees in himself?
Yeah. Now I want to pause the conversation for just a little bit. Now I started AWE around the whole tournament basis. There's supposed to be a tournament called the Invitational, and it was for this title right here.
That's the $5 tournament, right?
Yes, that is the $5 tournament. Now we've had a total of 5 people pay. One of them on the screen, Franklin Benjamin.
You don't have Cash App, motherfucker.
Well, I don't have Cash App. Here's what I'm going to do.
I don't have Cash App.
Here's what I'm going to do. So I look at it this way. Okay, well, I donate to this foundation every year. It's a Sick Children's Hospital Foundation. So I'm going to throw $100 their way regardless. But because things have changed with what I would hope to have done, this title becomes its own division in AWE. It will be the Invitational Apex Championship. So it will be defended once a month, and whoever wins it, there will be a raffle, and instead of doing all 5 guys, I'm going to do a raffle. The 2 guys that are drawn, they will face each other. They will get this title, and they will have to defend it on a monthly basis. I'm not doing pay to play. Not at the moment.
I'd have to be making money. That's all I wanted to come out here and say it. If I was making money, you can bet my guys would be making money. And if you don't believe me, I did a whole video about it about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. Now,
if I was making money,
this title in my hands has been taken very well care of. It's always in its bag. That's why it took me a little bit longer just to get back from a beverage. I had to get it out of its bag. So it comes with a protective bag, and I don't want to see you on screen throwing it around like it's fucking just a piece of garbage. Show some fucking respect. I've seen it in too many feds already, where they just pull the title off their shoulder and just whip it, and you can hear it clunk on the floor or on the furniture.
Now, I want to be honest. I'm doing that for dramatic effect with a certain belt now,
see,
but it was
if I
disgusting
do
before I
it,
started.
if I do it right now, I go like this, and my bed is right next to me. Bam.
There shouldn't be a sound. You say there was no sound, man. After that, it shouldn't be a sound.
All right, hey, I've heard belts bounce off the floor.
Yeah,
real quick.
exactly.
I gotta take off because I made dinner. I ate. My girl ate, and I'm gonna be paid to sleep on the couch if I don't go give her some attention.
Well,
bro, you got the
let her know
crack.
you're
Don't
making
worry.
coffee right now.
You got
bro.
the crack.
You got the crack, bro. You're gonna be fine.
Yep.
You know, ladies line up for those crack dealers, bro. You're good.
And, you know, it works with politicians anyway. You know, they're either on coke, crack, or meth. So
Yeah,
you
and
know,
here's the thing, bro. 90% of them women ain't got no teeth, so they're not going to do you any harm. They can't bite you.
My girlfriend has
Wow.
teeth, so she's not one of them. So it'll hurt.
This is escalated quickly.
I want to thank you very much for joining us, Franklin. Always
No
enjoy
problem.
your
Thanks for
insight.
having me. It was a good
Pete,
conversation.
I unfortunately have to hop off as well.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. You guys have a great night.
Good night.
Always thank
Yep,
you for
y'all.
joining us. I was going to get Haywood to promote his company while here. But ladies and gentlemen, he is the promoter of the foundation as well as WGP. I enjoy the shows. I help with the GM side of things. So if you want to take part in it, post in the messages or find me on Facebook, and I'll send you in that direction.
I would love to, Mordecai. I would so love to. He should
But
let me.
it's what I like
to
to
get
do.
into WGP and just was never let in. So
Yes, they should let me in there too.
SWA, another great promotion. This man here is part of that promotion as well. Shady Sean McKenzie. The guys running it is Scott, as well as DJB. And Storyline as well as comp. DJB running this comp side of things, I believe. And then we've got EWN, which Grant Miller is running and was part of the bigger discussion of it all. And they're all great feds. EMP presented here by Bluntman. I'm sorry, old school. My memory, not the greatest. What is the
cool
company?
Because we stay in a little bit of a bubble. Premier Promo Federation is kind of like we stay off to the side. You know, I've never cared about numbers. I'm a big guy that don't. As long as my promo artists are having fun and they're enjoying the show and they're enjoying their stories, that's all that matters to me. I don't care about the YouTube numbers. I don't care about none of that shit. I care about if they're happy. And we've been almost 6 years now, and I'm telling you, pretty much drama free. Yeah. So, it's fun for me. What was that? 10 pounds of coffee? Holy shit.
Like even the drama in the comments, man, I care about it, man.
I try to listen. I blank out that noise.
Of it,
I want to have fun, and a
part
lot of
love,
that noise
part
is not
hate.
fun.
Same with wrestling.
I'm gonna admit I'm gonna admit this right now. When I'm trolling under the comments, is to get that post bumped up and get as much views as possible. That's why I'm constantly back and forth with anybody, under any post. Let it be somebody. For example, Shane Sean McKenzie. If I want his post to get bumped up, I'm gonna troll. Yeah. That's how I know people react. People hate when you hating on them. So that's why I do it. So a lot of people call me toxic because I do that. But yet your videos getting views. People are watching.
Not everybody knows how to embrace that though, because they don't know how to give it. So they don't know how to receive it at that point.
I've gotten booted. I've got booted
now saying I'm only trolling to bump out videos. That's all I'm doing because a lot of people take me serious when I do this. When I'm on screen, I'm on the page. I am Bluntman. I am strictly Bluntman. I am not Michael.
Everybody's going to get in their emotion and feels because we all go through real life and we all go through real shit.
And we
don't always come out and share everything that we're going through, and we might fucking pop off, at this, that, or the other. It might piss a whole group of motherfuckers off, and cause you years of banishment from certain companies,
Yeah.
It is what it is. You just have to learn how to embrace
guilty
that and traverse
I got
you know,
kicked out of
what
HSP
y'all
because
call
of my
the
trolling.
Promoverse, you know, down what we call the Smeeverse, you know, what
We won't
it
talk
is
about
what it is,
HSP.
whatever anybody wants to call it all. You know, like we're all trying to progress this game to something more. And the way I see
Exactly.
it at the end of the day.
And I try and be a little bit different than what other companies done, and I'm navigating that as well because I, I've had 2 shows in the Promoverse that I've actually promoted. So it's like, okay, do I go full on tilt and try and evolve what I do compared to what everyone else does, or do I
Do
trickle
what
it
you
in?
want to do, and
Yep.
don't let everyone else
Right.
dictate what you want to do.
Yep.
Because if you do, you're going to be steered wrong, man.
Yeah,
You know, like
exactly.
that's kind
you're
of
going to
why.
get demotivated. You're not going to want to do this, you know, the stuff. And
That's kind of
it's
why
So
PPS fits the way we do. You know, I don't like. There's not a whole lot of influence that comes in. You know what I mean? Of what I should do, what I shouldn't do, who I shouldn't book, who I shouldn't use. It's all me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of guys that I brought in that I truly love their stuff, and I want to see them, you know, promo. And then there's some guys, you know, we all know I have my couple picks that I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire guys, and you know,
we all have that.
there definitely won't be no ducks flying because we hunt them. And,
I
you know,
appreciate the fact though, like, you know, there's no guilt for by association here. Like, you know, like me and
Yeah.
Old School can still talk, even though like I talk to the guy he's talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like,
Well,
listen,
and
it's my
that's
soul.
why I
That's my
wanted.
sole opinion on the dude. You know what I mean? Not. It's. I'm not telling the world
I mean,
you
and,
got to
and to
dislike the
each their
guy.
own. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
I can't make
everybody has their
everybody
own
get along,
friends. You
man.
know
I
what I
wish
mean?
I could. I tried at one point, it didn't work, and I said, "Fuck it." You know, there was no point in it because it just made me out to be a bigger dick and bad guy. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, I tend to like get his crosshairs curled, and definitely his butthole hairs definitely curl up when they say my name. And you know why? Because he knows that we talked about a lot of things that he knows he's lied about, and I'll leave it at that. You know, I
at
don't
the end of
listen.
the day, I just look
I
at it
respect
all as
his game and I
feeding the
respect
system.
everybody in it.
You
You
know,
know, he's
Well,
done his thing, and I'm glad for him to do his thing. But it don't cross with my thing, and we don't cross paths, and that's a beautiful fucking day for
well,
me. So, you know,
there you
and
go.
that's why I wanted a bunch of different perspectives on this whole scenario of pay to play. And it didn't have to be just one side. Like I've got one guy from EMP, I've got the guy representing SME, I've got PFF,
PPF.
PPF, you know, AWE. We had Franklin Benjamin, who also represents Foundation as well as EMP. And then we had the guy from Foundation and WGP as well. So would I like more on? Yeah. But I mean, as you can see, I don't pay for the extras of StreamYard. I work with
Me
the basic.
either.
Why? Because I don't have money to
People
throw
don't.
away. You know,
Time is hard.
and it
Time is
saves
hard.
me
$89
money.
is a lot of money. I'm not
Yeah.
being smart. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
So-
funny
You're probably
nowadays.
paying $100 for internet.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Time
top
is
of everything
hard.
else.
Time is hard.
I want to welcome back. He is the prophecy, King Mac Millie. How you doing, brother? I can see you
How's it
arrived
going?
home safe and sound.
Yes,
Bro,
sir.
glad you
Yes,
made it
sir.
safe, bro. Glad you made it
Yes,
safe.
sir. There are some new faces that have probably heard of me on this screen, so I'm going to introduce myself. Even though Pete just did it, I would like to do it in a human form. My name is Alexander Devine. Last name not to be included. That is my first and my middle, but in this game, I go by the Prophecy King Mac Millie. Now, Pete, I'm gonna leave it on you because I'm not the type of person that likes to interrupt anybody while they're talking, and I don't like to be interrupted while I'm talking. So I'll pass it back to you, and you can give it back to me whenever you feel necessary.
Well, we were just discussing, and someone just posted in the chat. Everyone knows him as Vane or Pretty Petty Peterson. The tag team rate is going to be crazy. Okay, so if Gully Gunn said, "I'm going pay to play," him and Grant Miller, the pricing for the tag division, astronomical.
Not at this point. I don't think.
I agree.
Wait.
If you
Yeah,
know, you
okay.
know.
Yeah, I know.
I hate you for that. I hate you for that.
I forgot, but it is a nice example. If they were still tag teaming and shit, you look at that aspect of it. Oh, damn! You know,
How would you price that?
yeah.
Like, how would you price that?
I want to
Hey,
get.
I can pay both of them 0. That's an even number.
Yeah,
we're good.
So,
But-
I
But
wanna
if you
say,
want to go that pay to play route, how would you charge a tag team champion when, for example, let's say, I hate to throw this in there, me and Deviant can become a tag team. He ain't worth the money he's saying.
I'm
right?
probably just paying a universal rate across the board. I would probably just pay
I was getting
everybody
ready to
like
say you're
either
going to have to come
$5
up with
each
a
or
round
$10
number.
each or $20 each. Like everybody's getting paid the same amount. No
You're
matter
going to have
what.
to come up with a round number for set tag teams because I don't think you can. So Shady's worth, say, $40. I win. I'm worth $30 on stock of whatever people were picking. I don't think it'd be fair. I think they would have to definitely do like 20 a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that becomes a set price. And then every tag team that comes in, regardless how
Even at
great
that
they
rate,
are,
man, with
sorry,
a
guys,
roster of 20 people, that's a shit ton of money every month.
that is
That's
a lot
something
of
to look
freaking
at.
money you're talking about right
You
there.
know what I mean?
A lot of money.
Yeah. So we've all had a chance to speak our piece about it. I'm going to open up the floor for King Mac Millie here, the prophecy, and give him a little bit of time to say his piece.
All right. So for rewatchabilities, I will not repeat what I said earlier. You guys just need to go back to the top of the show and catch that portion because it's very important to what I'm about to say for the rest of this story. What I want to go right now is to give everybody my backstory as to why I'm even in promo. I have a podcast called Smart Psychology Podcast. Over there, we heal the IWC as much as we can because wrestling and the wrestling community is just toxic as it is. Yeah. But if you come over to my side, I will take whatever pain it is that you have and remind you of why you are the fan that you were, that you are not anymore of wrestling. We joke, we smoke, we drink, and we get a little crazy and we get wild within structure, but then there's always a portion of where we flip the narrative and give you some positivity and things to think of in that light and send you back out into the universe and see what you do with it. Now,
I entered the only car salesman in the business.
Man, now I entered this game because along promoting my podcast, I looked at many different things in order to do that. Promo was one of them. I watched the game for about almost 2 years before I even entered it and anybody even knew anything about me. I chose where I wanted to start, which was the BWO, because I wanted to help my people first. I also entered the game to not only promote my podcast and push it, but to clean up the game after watching it for 2 years. From the judging to the competitors to the owners, it's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of things that's been allowed that shouldn't have. Primarily, I believe that I'm so effective in what it is that I'm doing because outside of this, I am a singer/songwriter. I also do a lot more with music. I'm a producer. I'm an actor. I've worked in front of the camera, behind the camera, short films, indie films. I've been on TV. I've been in different spaces creatively. So I came over here to sharpen all of that, sharpen my creative mind, my editing skills, all of those things, to combine them all together to be able to create this one big, for lack of better words, pot of gumbo for everybody to enjoy. I'm the type of human being that I understand every system that there is to understand, and I find my place within it if it's meant for me. I will give you the shirt off of my back. That's who I am, and that's what I will do for the next person, especially if we're coming together to do something special. So this pay for play thing that's popping up, I spoke about it earlier, and I did say that I have wrestlers as friends from every spectrum. That's the thought process that I understand it in, because when you don't work for a TNA, a AAA, a AEW, a WWE, a New Japan Pro Wrestling, or whatever you may be, and you're on the indie scene, yeah, you getting twos and fews, but you're putting your body on the line. You need a little bit more, and that's where your rate comes from. Now, some people will get into their head, and that rate becomes larger than what it needs to be.
Yes.
And there are other people who are reasonable and will even do you a favor if you're a good person and helping you bring along whatever product it is that you're bringing along. And I spent 1.5 years in the BWO trying to get them to understand and see things. And again, because I'm so good at doing my character work, it's hard for them to know what to really to truly believe. Even though since day one up until now, no matter where I've been spewing the same prophecy. which is this. Making everybody better and finding out who's who and what's what, and know.
I believe it. It sounds really fine tuned and so repeated, at least from my viewpoint.
And I've heard that from multiple different people. I see what you're doing.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Understandable. I'm just explaining. I've heard it from multiple people, and they've said, I know what you're trying to do. I've tried to do it, and this, that, and the other, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, that's cool. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm just a different type of individual, and I know what I can do. Yep. So once I get going, and I start doing these things, I start realizing, okay, maybe BWO ain't listening to me the way that I need them to. So let me stretch out like my plan. I have a 4-year plan with Promo that is now a 3-year plan, and I'm in year 2. And it became a 3-year plan because of everybody that I've had to deal with. Positively, the negativity that I give back from my positivity is wild, but that's just because I'm a strong individual and I'm a strong being. But as I started to stretch out over the end of last year, October up until now, I've gone to multiple different promotions. I've entered judging rooms. I've entered owners' conversations, locker rooms when I was in there, and I had to leave a lot of it because it's just too much toxic shit, excuse my language, going on. And that's not healthy for me because, as you spoke to earlier, Pete, we all got things that we deal with outside of this game. Yep. Some of you know my story. I'll tell it really quickly. I got T-boned going 2 miles per hour from somebody that ran a red light in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning and instantly put me in the hospital. I woke up from a surgery that I didn't even know that I had. They had to play operation inside of my body, putting everything back together. They had to repair my diaphragm. And I ended up in the hospital that I was born in. My birthday is 8/6/86, born on my father's birthday. I'm a very interesting being. But I ended up in that hospital and I said, what the hell is happening? And I can attest to the body pains and the body aches because I deal with them daily. It's been 5 years since. My life has never been the same. So I do use this game outside of all those other reasons of making people better and giving people help. And Blunt can attest to this. As you know, we've talked back and forth, and I've given him ideas and made him realize certain things. And I've tried to do that with everybody. Am I as successful as I wish I was? No, because certain people they don't understand what it is that's going on. And because they don't understand it, they like to twist my words and create narratives that aren't true. And they have followings. I've spoken to these owners. I've spoken to these leaders in the Promoverse. And I'm like, it's up to you to spin the narrative back to what it's supposed to be and lead the people that follow you. And at this point, I'm kind of tired, which is why I shaved a year off of my 4-year plan, because I'm like, I don't need to do this in 4 years. I've made my effect very well. There are people out there speaking like I'm trying to take over companies, and I'm not. People wondering, how is this podcast a part of so many Efeds? And it's like, I could tell you, and I've been telling you, even though you ain't been paying attention because of my character work. Speaking of character work, the prophecy is one person, but King Mac Millie lives inside of his mind. Every portion of my name has a face and a hillside. King, he's a very royal, loud mouth that says plausible things, and he's entertaining. The hillside of King, the diabolical King, he's all about tearing bodies apart, ripping you. He's really gory if he needs to be. Always has a weapon around or something. Excuse me. Then you got Mac. Mac wears all white. He's the most reasonable person of us all. He's going to talk to you. He's going to give you entertainment. He's a showman. And he flirts with the women. Then you have the hillside of Mac. He wears all black. He's very aggressive and what I would like to call a hood king. He does all the things that's necessary in order to get the job done. Then you have Millie. The good side of Millie, he's all about making deals. He's all about money. And that's what he talks about. And he's a little slick talking too. And then you have the bad side of Millie, who can be anything that he wishes to be. So when you see me in whatever company you see me in, you'll see these different characters for the purpose of the narrative that I'm pushing, which is always positive, but it's always catered to that one person. So you can know me and I can tell you exactly what I'm going to do, but because of the talent levels of the people involved in this game, you won't be able to stop me, especially if I'm focused. Yeah. And it comes down to a thing of favoritism, or I just don't like this guy, I want to feed him to somebody, you know? And I've dealt with that the past 2 months just to see how things operate and things of that nature. But outside of all of that, I've had people ask me if I'm going to start my own league, because again, I do have those monetary things going on now through my own podcast and my own hard work with me and my team. It's not something that I'm thinking of, but it's being considered in the far back in my mind, because what I really wanted to do was something like the Promoverse, where it was filled with people that is doing this for the right reason. And I could showcase and broadcast you guys and not have to make a whole other thing, when I could just do this and focus on the many different things that it is that I do, because it's a lot. But that is my backstory. That is who I am. And for anybody spinning any type of negative narrative upon me or about me, and think that I'm spinning negative narratives about them, because I'm not. I'm just saying what's true and what's factual to me from what I see and what I've dealt with. And I'm firm in making my decisions quietly that bothers people, and then moving forward without them, without having to have a conversation. Because me personally, I'm rooted in the spirit, and I've gone through a lot of life scenarios like anybody else would, but I've connected with myself and the trauma that I've been through to learn myself every single day. So when I tell people that I'm my only competition, it's because I'm looking to be a better me every single moment of every single day, and it has nothing to do with you. Yeah.
Well,
but they take
credit.
It that way.
Yeah, and to give you credit, and I'm going to give everyone credit here that's on screen and that was on screen. Everyone here looks to entertain, and a lot of people forget that. And I know some of you have indulged in it. I troll every now and then. I think it's a way to either get the people on screen to get a little bit more lively and push their own company a little bit more. I do it with EMP all the fucking time. If I'm a watch along, well, it's starting to drag a little bit. Let's push them a little bit. I'm going to troll your ass a little bit, Mad T, because you're dragging ass. You're too fucking high. You're too fucking drunk. So now I'm going to get you. And to the point where I'll say, okay, it's dragging a little bit too much. Now it's time. Invite me to the call, because now I'm going to get on and I'm going to liven the things up a little bit. And I know guys like King Mac here. He has a good prophecy about him, and it's all about pushing that entertainment level, pushing that positivity, and that's what I built AWE around. Let's entertain. Let's forget about the nonsense of attacking people's personal lives, because if we want to do that, we could all be thug about it. We all could
easily. Where Franklin Benjamin going? He left. Yeah. Jesus.
I'll be honest. I'm one of them that really do dig into people's personal life.
Yeah.
But if I don't like you, and if I do like, I wouldn't even bring it up.
Yep.
I also think that Blunt might get a little too high sometimes. Not just saying.
I'm not mad to you. I'm not mad to you. I am one of them that can smoke and handle myself accordingly.
That was one of those friendly knocks at somebody else that probably wouldn't get. I was knocking them. You get what I'm saying?
Now for a guy, and I'm working with a lot of ideas for AWE, but for a guy that is heavily looking to monetize as well as profit off of what he does, King Mac Millie knows very well how to do that. He is very well versed on making his product make him a bit of a kickback, and I'm looking to do the same. So in the near future, when you hear matches being announced, it will be under the gimmick of this match is brought to you by so and so, because I want to look to get sponsors into the channel, make the channel money. Now, if it comes to the point where I can make enough profit, yeah, I don't mind sharing the wealth. I really don't. But I also look at, okay, what do I got to put into my ideas for the company to make it grow beyond? And what can I give to the participants of that promotion?
It's going to come down to your passion and dedication.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Or your health and well-being. Because like I said earlier, there are times where my body says you're not getting out of fucking bed.
Yeah.
So that's a day lost right there. You know, that's a day lost where you're pounding that pavement to get that extra
if you were planning to be on screen that day.
Yeah. And I didn't even finish that portion. I'm sorry, Mordecai, but I ended up having 2 surgeries from that car accident. Had my diaphragm repaired twice. They told me I'd never sing again, and that was a crusher because I've been doing everything that I've been doing since I was 5 years old. They removed a rib during my second surgery that I didn't have an agreement to at all, but there's nothing that I could do. They placed something else inside of me, some type of diet, some type of graft or something or whatever. Again, I feel you, Mordecai. Every day is something, and it never stops. It never ends. And it's always one thing. And good days is more than one thing. Multiple, like 4 or 5 different areas. My whole left side of my body, from my neck down to my ankle, is all fucked up because a year after that accident, me being hard-headed and not chilling out, I tried to play basketball, and I tore multiple. I tore a meniscus and some other tendons or whatever in my left knee that I never had surgery for. So my body is literally like, yo, half of me ain't fucking with it. You better chill out.
Situations like that, I mean, you should always make sure, you should be surrounded by a good, support team at that point.
Oh, man.
Well, and that's where I'm
somebody that can back you up in a situation like that,
And that's what I do.
There's the same dream / passion. You know what I'm saying?
So, my support team left me because that wasn't the me that they were used to. They were used to I come to everybody's rescue. I save everything. I fix everything.
I apologize to you for them, man. You know what I'm saying? They weren't real. You know what I mean?
That goes from friends all the way up to people that share my blood.
And it
changed my life forever.
Well, and I'm going to be very honest here. So when my accident happened, I was 18 years old. So you're looking at the better part of your entire existence being in the deficit now, because when you're not the same person you were before, boom, your friends
people change
so gone
so quick. I'm still losing them to this day. To this day, I just lost one yesterday.
On that, I can definitely speak on that.
It is amazing how fast, because they look at you differently. Then you're not looking for the sympathy, and like some people do, they love that sympathy from people once they've been hurt that bad. They feed off of it. It gives them a little bit extra. I never did. Don't sympathize with me, because 1, you don't know what I'm going through. 2, I don't need you feeling bad for me because I'm still trying.
Preach.
Be there to support me when I'm falling down. And there's times where it's literally not just emotionally, but literally your body's falling down and you can't stop it. And it's the only reason why I'm walking now. That and my children. Without my children, I was nothing. So when I'm falling, they're there to prop me up. And that's what I look to do with AWE. Anyone that's taking part of it, it isn't just me dictating. It is everyone having a say and supporting each other to build something different, something better that has been out that hasn't been out there yet. And I think every one of us tries to do the same thing with our promotions. SME, you got trusted guys that you can depend on. SWA is the same way, which is a part of SME. PPF, exactly the same way. You got a support structure there to keep you going, as well as the entire crew. EMP is very much the same way. Now, do they always work together? No, there's always going to be some fucking argument.
Not everyone looks at SME the way they should. They look at it, they see it like an umbrella, like it's trying to control.
Yeah,
and it was never meant to be that. You know what I mean? It's meant to share everything else that everyone does in a positive way. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, not everybody wears the same glasses, so they have a different vision, brother.
Well, you know what I mean?
I'm using that.
Is everyone going to see what I see 10 years from now from it? No, they're not. You know what I mean? But
and that's when I ran an ad promoting the Promoverse. Well, in my eyes, the Promoverse is what we do. It is a different version, just like the 2K game when I started running it on YouTube. It was called the 2K-verse. We're doing promos. It is a different version of the Efed world, so it has become the Promoverse to me. And to me, it is just it isn't a conglomeration. It is just, hey, these are the places you can compete in and enjoy because they are legit good companies to work for. And I've worked for SWA as well as SME. I've worked.
I wouldn't bring the Promoverse any attention or even utter the words out of my mouth in any situation was it not intentional.
So, no, but you know, it needed to be clarified right at the beginning because people seen it as, oh, these are a bunch of companies joining forces, and it's like, no.
I share the hashtag feed the system a lot, and you know whether
I've always had the problem with
they need to.
We're all doing the
same
damn thing. We're all trying to enjoy doing the same damn thing. Listen. Nothing bears any weight on me what I do in PPF.
I hate coffee old school. I fucking hate it. Okay.
Hey,
we're not trying to enjoy the same thing. God damn it.
Damn it. It'll make you a better man. Trust me, you'll love it. But anyway, I want everybody to have success in this game, even people I may not like, but I want their groups to succeed. Now, I've said that many a time with Coffee Old School.
Yes.
But here's my problem. A lot of people don't feel that way, and that's why there can never be that big promo unity that everybody wants to happen. But guess what? We're still doing the same thing for the same purpose, for the same enjoyment, for our characters to be on screen and have some fun.
It's just like us as a human society, man. We're all the same people on the same. I had
neck fusion surgery 3 years ago, and this has kept me going. You know what I mean? It's kept me going for 3 years. You know, after my neck surgery, and like Mordecai said, I have a great support system in PPF. Those guys, you know, check on me daily, or I talk to them daily. They become family, and I don't know how many people in this game have gotten lucky to meet some guys and become family with them. But if you have that chance, this is one of the greatest places to do it because there are some really genuine fucking people in this game that just want to have fun.
No, you may not.
This man right here, I don't know if I'm pointing, but this man right here is one of them. Mac Millie's one of them. From the moment
I've caught a couple of his podcasts with would you stop? Sorry, my dog's over here poking shit. But I've caught a couple of the podcasts, and I love what I hear from him. He's always a positive individual. And listen, there's always going to be negativity in the promo realm. We'll never get rid of it. Never. No. But to get a little bit of positivity every once in a while, it kind of makes you go, hey, maybe we're going the right direction. Maybe there is hope that everybody can go, hey, yeah, you know, everybody enjoy themselves. I'm not going to, you know, do this or I'm not going to do that. But I'm one of the big ones to say I like being old school. I love being old school, okay? Yeah. And I like to entertain people as old school. Sometimes they don't like me, and hey, that's their opinion. But guess what? I'm going to continue to do it until they probably cart me out of my house feet forward. And I love the promo realm, and I love everybody that I deal with in the promo realm, and I wish everybody success because guess what? If you're successful, that means I'm successful, and the promo world is successful too. That's the way it should be.
I'm going to open up the floor for King Mac Millie here.
If I could,
he's had his hand up. Like, I mean, that's I don't know any. Yeah, that's great.
If I could be a tag team with Old School for a quick second and just parlay off of what he's saying because he's saying nothing but the gossip. In this game, I've come across a lot of people, and some of them I hold them true and dear because I recognize their energy and what they're about, and some other people that I may not have casted out immediately, I've tried to work with them too, but realized that I can't, so I don't. Coming together as the Promoverse or whatever system that anybody would like to see and look at for any other portion for what anybody else is doing it for, I personally am not doing that. I'm not against you or whatever it is that you have going for your company. I'm not here to bad talk it and downplay it. I'm not here to troll anybody. There's a tasteful way to do that, by the way. But I'm not here to troll anybody. I would rather entertain you over anything else and make sure that what I give to you is something that you could go, dang, that could help or whatever. And like it's people out there that think because they're paranoid that things are being said about them behind the scenes. Or that there's things that exist that really don't. And when they're stuck in that narrative, it's really hard for you to break from. And is it sad to me? Yes, it is, because at the end of the day, again, like I said, I'm only here for positivity and to do great things for anybody that wants to do great things with me, which is where good golly psychology came from. Haywood, I was on vacation, but I'm never on vacation if you hear me. I was in Texas. Haywood hit me on a Tuesday and said, buddy, I got a great idea and I want to do it with you. I immediately went into creation, not AI. I went into creation and made everything that was necessary in order to make good golly psychology happen 3 days later.
Yep.
Just that quick. That's how quick I am with my mind and my creativity. And I'm down to work with anybody who's down to work with me within reason. Because you're not going to come and try to work with me and think that you're going to get over on me. I'm going to read that like the shortest kid's book that there is. You know what I'm saying? Or shall I say the shortest verse in the Bible, Jesus wept. You know, like I'm gonna see you and I'm gonna read you. Now, and I'm still gonna allow you to act upon your activity to see how far you really gonna take it and play me like a fool. Because I'm no idiot.
Yep.
And once we get to that point in time where I'm like, okay, I have to step back and let you just be you, people feel some type of way, because I like to call that mirror talk. Yeah, when you're real with yourself and you connect with the trauma that you've been through in life and you do that work, when you show that and project that to people that won't do that, it triggers something negative in them, and all they do is fight against you, thinking that they're fighting against the system. When that's not the case at all. It's just something inside of you that you need to deal with, because not to be an asshole when I say this, but if you feel any particular way about anything, that's for you to deal with, because those are your feelings. You're not going to project them onto other people because you have issues. So I would like to ask the Promoverse or the IWC or whatever you want to consider everybody else to be, to really go to that mirror. And if you don't want to deal with it,
do you hear your own words right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. You
know. I would not speak these things if I have not gone through them enough. And if you're not registering with me,
project something upon.
No, I'm not. I am not. If you're not. If you are not connecting with me, then that's something for you.
It's not about
me.
Not connecting. No, not at all.
I understand. But when I speak from me and the things that I'm speaking, I'm not pushing nothing but positivity, and I've done these things. And if you don't believe that, that's not for me. That's for you.
Yeah.
I understand that people have questions and they would like to question certain things that they hear. Hey, I got answers for you if you're listening to hear. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening to hear, and if you're hearing to listen to understand. Sound like
another Efeder, man. It's got all the solutions.
I don't. And here's the thing: I don't have all the solutions. I will tell you quick. And I said it earlier. I learned to be a better me every day. Every day. So if it sounds good, then great. But I want to let you know personally that I go through these things and I do everything that I say for myself. And yes, do things work differently for other people? Of course. But if I could give you a base of the nature for you to build upon, if you're willing to do that work for yourself, then I'm here. I'm done talking.
Hey, all I know is, and I listened to everything he said, but here's my point tonight. Mordecai, you're running this live, correct?
Yes, I am.
We need to implement fines on Shady for bashing coffee. That's still got me. You do not bash coffee when I'm on the screen, bro. This is life. I don't drink anymore. 20 some years sober. This is what I need, bro. Come on.
Look, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I think this is the first on-camera interaction that me and the prophecy have ever had with one another. Yeah. So we don't really know one another. Okay, so
getting coffee.
There's a get to know each other kind of feel going on right here at the same time, and I understand that. So you know, the situation is what it is, and coming from the other side of certain things in certain places where I'm not necessarily a part of or taking part in because of certain actions or whatever it is. There's no hatred towards the Promoverse from me whatsoever.
Well, to me, the Promoverse.
However, from an SME business standpoint, yeah, man, I see competition written all over the fucking wall with it. You know what I mean?
Well, is the competition good though?
I mean, it depends on
No, before this argument goes any further, what I tried to dispel
Not
at
an
the very
argument.
beginning,
It's a discussion.
or a discussion.
Make that clear.
What I tried to dispel is this thing where the Promoverse is different than the Efed world. No, they're the same fucking thing. I just came into it. Oh, okay, this is a different version of Efedding, because I came up on the written, and then the 2K started, and I got involved with that. To me,
that's where I started.
Promoverse means Efed. It's just a new version, and that's all it is. And it's working together and promoting other good companies.
See, that whole working together thing, that's where I have an issue with it.
That's not what I mean.
Certain individuals and certain companies are left out of it.
Yeah.
So
No,
that whole working together
and
unity, like you can't really say that.
All right. Maybe working together is the wrong word.
Helping promote the other companies that are
involved,
well looked upon in the Efed world. Because let's face it, there's companies out there that are frowned upon. Nobody wants a part of them because of the shit that happens. Okay,
because of personal problems with other personal yeah. So they let personal issues get in the way of certain business.
So
I would hate to bring this company up, but CWF, come on, like, is that personal issues with anybody else? Like, the king fucks up for himself, and nobody wants to go there because of the king.
Hey, look, man, I invited CWF into the World Cup and stuff, like, and he is who he is, and you know, if you know, you know. So that's all I'll leave it at that.
Oh, I know.
I know.
I think we all do. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mac, you got your hand raised.
Yeah, he's good.
Yes, sir. It has been a pleasure to a degree. I feel like I've said everything that I've needed to say, and I've heard quite an earful of a lot of other things. I just want to say in my end of remarks that I have no energy of negativity to give to anybody. And if
you're leaving though, so you're saying everything that needs to be said, bro, and you quit talking, and your whole demeanor and attitude since I said a word says it all. So it's all good, man. I'll see you somewhere in the future. It is what it is.
Good sir. Good sir, you won't even let me speak. Where's the respect value when I let you speak?
Man, dude, I let you preach a Bible for like fucking 20 minutes a while ago, brother. I'm done listening to you when it comes to it. You're going to listen to me or somebody else for a goddamn minute. You know what I mean? You can get pissy and leave all you fucking want to, man. But this is the promo world, and I was invited here just like you, and I've got my say just like you do. I ain't got to listen to you, and I ain't got to fucking agree with you, man. So get mad, fucking leave like a little child and not be able to have a discussion because somebody else from somewhere else raised their fucking voice about something that you're taking part of that you're trying to fucking now push on every goddamn body. Don't hand me that shit, bro. Don't hand me that.
Damn it, I'm pushing coffee.
Don't come at me. Don't think I'm not going to come back, man.
And that's why I wanted.
He didn't really come at you, Shady. He didn't really come at you, Shady.
I will match that positivity with every bit of shadiness I got to motherfucking give, son.
But he didn't really come at you, Shady. But did he really come at you personally, though? It seemed like you took it personally.
But I could, dude, man. He said he could read vibes, Shady, and I can read vibes too. You know what I'm saying?
But again, that's on you. You took it personal, brother.
Yeah, and like I said, from a business standpoint, I will.
I thought what he said on here was, you know, I think a lot of his opinion is a lot of other people's opinions. You know what I mean?
To know about this monetization stuff he's really got going on, and that he's really preaching that he's got all the answers and solutions to, that he's trying to tell everybody that he's got the answers so he can lead you to the promised land.
He didn't
say that either, though. Hey, me, motherfucker.
All he said was,
you know?
All he said was he's trying to spread positivity. He ain't saying none of this you just said, Shady.
Yeah, you guys got to remember, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, but some of them stink.
And I disagreed, and he left.
Yeah,
well,
it is what it is.
But you got the right to disagree. But you made it seem like he was coming at you personally.
He's not going to deal with certain things that doesn't match his blah 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 blah. So look, I get it.
I got you, Mac. I said it. You ain't saying none of that. I got you, Mac.
Don't run to the comments and start fucking saying shit, man.
I got you, Mac. I got you, Mac. I got you.
That's bitch move shit.
I think the reason he stepped off. I think the reason he stepped off was to keep confrontation from happening because he's trying to keep this a little bit of a lighter live, and you know he didn't want to. You know, go back and forth.
And I respect different opinions from different sides, and I came to give mine, and he didn't like it.
he meant what he said. He don't want no negativity, and when he feels it, he exit the room. And Shady, you came with some negativity, or what you like to call shadiness.
If you took it that way,
I am not one to run. I'm not one to run
But-
from negativity. I'm with it. I am the light. Whatever negativity you bring in, I'm gonna observe it and turn it into positivity. You feel me, Shady? So I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm gonna defend the homie. Like he said, he ain't saying none of the shit
it's
you
not
said.
about you. It's about SME. So I don't give a fuck, Blunt.
Fuck SME. Suck my dick. How about that?
Would I really do that? No, you know better.
Listen. I love every one of you motherfuckers, but I ain't sucking nobody's dick. So y'all can go on someone or another.
At the end of the
I'll
day,
be
me
here
and
with my
Blunt
coffee.
could go back and forth for fucking hours all day long. You know what I'm saying?
If
It
you
really
know,
wouldn't matter. Like it is what it is, man.
No,
Like I said,
firsthand-
that's the first altercation me and him's had. I've seen him them talking shit in the locker room and on the HSP pages. You know what I'm saying? And I've just let things slide. But then there's going to be an altercation between me and this man at some point. You know, unless he just runs and hides and like he just did. So it is what it is.
I would have called it running, Shady. It's avoiding negativity. And like I said,
he's a newbie. You know, I don't give a damn where he come from. What
I don't think he's running. I don't. I'm gonna defend the homie. And
I respect that because you hung and stuck it out.
Yeah.
You know how I am, Speedy. You know
So
how I am.
firsthand knowledge.
Beer's black, Blunt's up.
Firsthand knowledge of the prophecy, King MacMillie there. He's very much about positivity. And if negativity starts to rise, then he
will exit the
room away from it because he doesn't want it to accelerate.
I can see, man.
You know, so
I mean, he's done it anyway.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm very much the same way. If there is a promotion I'm in, and the chat is a bit on the toxic side, I will hardly ever participate in there. I'm there to see when the matches are going down.
Well, I know, man. I see where certain people are in certain places and who they've separated themselves from. You know, it is what it is, man. I have that.
We go back history. Me and Shady. I think the only match you and I ever really had was HSP. We had HSP, right? And you know, listen, I personally, he don't want that rematch. Tell him to calm down. Tell him to smoke something. He don't want that smoke. I'm not that busy. I got time. But anyway, in between coffee breaks, I got you. But me and Shady, we had our match at HSP, and it was one of my favorite matches I ever did. You know, I did this dramatic shit, set up sliders, all kinds of shit. You can ask me. I had a great time, and I've never ever knocked HSP in its entity because there's some great promo artists over there. Okay, I just don't care for the owner, the guy who runs it. I think he's two-faced, but a lot of people like him, and that's their opinion. But I will never ever go negative and say, "Oh, fuck HSP." Don't ever go over there. Don't ever do that. Because listen, some people work well with the guy. Some people go over there and have fun with the guy, and some people are very successful. Shady's won many fucking titles over there. Okay, and I'm not saying that it's because Shady's that damn good. I'm saying that Shady enjoyed himself and had fun over there. That's why he was so damn good. When Shady's somewhere having fun, you can fucking tell.
Yeah,
because his
I did come out and say right before that whole altercation, hashtag feed the system. So I mean, look, people can go back and rewatch this and read for everything what it was. But
I do have to deviate though, because I take affront to that fucking this bullshit right here. I want old school. I deserve my rematch. Motherfucker, you've been running from me for how many fucking months? Every time there is a match between us, it is rescheduled. Go fuck yourself. You ain't getting old school until you deal with me.
Well, honestly, sorry, the coffee breaks a lot longer now.
I'm a little disappointed with my match against Mad T at AW because he took the clown weight out. I didn't like that match. I deserve a lot more from that. Like, that's why I kicked his ass, but still, you know what I'm saying?
And it's why I called his ass out when you guys were live with EMP the last time around. It's like, you're going to come in here and say you're not giving it all, and the AWE world title is on the line, and you're not giving it all? What the fuck you saying, bro? Now I'm going to fucking jump on you a little bit, because now you've been put in block B because you used me as an excuse for putting you up against your woman and your brother and Grant Miller. Well, Grant Miller left because of health. Well, now what's your excuse? Oh, I got to face my woman now? Well, now you're in block B because you acted the bitch.
What?
If anybody knows me, they know I love new competition. So whenever I'm going to come across anyone new, man, they're getting full blown shady. Like I'm sorry, but it is what it is, you know.
And,
So
and
like,
it isn't negativity either on my part by putting them in block B. No, it's like, okay, now I've opened up the window for you. Show me who Mad T is. Show me who Mad T is. Don't use your competition as an excuse now. Now the only one that you have to face is Wapo. And Wapo ain't gonna take it easy on you.
No, he's not.
You know?
No, he's not.
You know, I've had Christ, I think me and Wapo's only had one match. One.
I've had horrible, crazy, wild altercations with just about everybody.
I know,
especially on street, except for maybe.
Well, wait a minute. He ain't had no horrible match with me. We had a great.
That's only because I met Pete through them, Phil Marshall, and them through certain situations. So it is what it is.
Me and Shady has a couple of run-ins that we always come back
to. Ask Matt T whenever he created down, what was it, hardcore down, or EMP like down. I approached them the same way I did, the whole Promoverse situation. Down. It's not about trying to tear anything down, man. Down. Your haters are your biggest supporters, so take things for what they are. Down.
No,
some of us are just better at certain things than others. That's all I'll say.
Morty probably seen this at the Defiance chat when I was doing my trolling shit in the Defiance chat.
Man, I'm a Nazi faggot. Damn, trust me. I'm a racist. I've been called everything in the book, brother. I am the bad guy. Believe you me. Like,
yeah, but if Jesus had haters, who am I to deny my haters?
Exactly.
Listen, bro, if I'm living rent free in their heads, man, that's a great place to be.
Facts.
I love it. I don't care. I have never cared. I've been booted by so many damn groups, and you know what I tell them? They're like, well, maybe down the road. I'm like, dude, it don't matter. if that's an issue, whatever.
And a lot of people, when they judge me, I'm
sorry, but I'm not doing the whole hand raise thing. Let someone talk for 20 minutes and no one else gets to talk. I'm not fucking going to Sunday school, dude. I'm sorry, bro. That's just not me. I've got shit to say, and I'm not going to wait on you 20 minutes to say 50 fucking different things about your life story, bro.
But it's like, so with me, like I had to, after my accident, I had to learn how to relearn how to read, write, and speak. So when judging comes around, and I never knock the judges, I always go by the judges. They talk about my cadence. Some of them love it. Some of them love the way I go about things. And there's others, they're not realizing when you're judging me about the way I talk. Well, there's a reason for it, because I have to control the way I speak or else I slur. And if I'm having a bad day, I sound like I'm fucking drunk.
Oh, I stutter.
And it's like, okay, I've got to slow it down a little bit, and I've got to control the way I speak, so that way the pronunciation is there, and the timing might be a little bit off sometimes, but it's like, you know what, I'm giving you all my all, and I think when it comes down to it, pay to play, you got to give it your all. If you're going to get paid for it, you got to give it your all. But we're going to welcome another member of EMP
if Grant
on here.
Pulls it off, he's going to set a standard for something.
Oh yeah, and you know what he said. I don't have any negative opinion about the pay or play.
Oh no, me neither.
I really don't.
He said he's getting paid.
I wanted an actual decent conversation about it. Where
if they can get away with it,
I won't pay too. Pay me, you know.
Shit. Oh man, you blame it on weed tonight.
You got chicken blood running.
It's a goddamn EMP network, man, that supports that fucking man. This fucking guy.
I thought he pulled out a watermelon.
I did. I was getting ready to say the same thing. You got a whole ass watermelon.
I'd rather have Mac Millie back, man. Fuck.
I mean, fine, Shady. I'll go. You want Allison here? I'll go get Ryan. She can take my place.
Man, I can't handle both of y'all, bro. That's too much.
I know how I feel about having.
Why do you think I unfriended you for months, man? It was too much to handle, man. It's like feed after feed after feed of both y'all, man. Every fucking where, like, get off my shit, bro.
Well, this went from
man.
Less of a love fest.
You share your shit worse than fucking people share herpes, bro. Like, damn.
That went left. What?
I went and got two shots just to try to damn clear myself of your shit, man.
That'd be a clip me part right there. Clip that shit right there. Wow.
Yeah, clip that. Yeah.
Don't you run.
got
You better stay, Mad T.
Have I ever ran from you, Shady? You beat my ass like 4 times, but I haven't, still haven't.
This guy right here.
We ran from companies and certain situations, but I don't think it was running from each other.
No.
I got another subject to touch on. I see Grant post up. Anonymous judges. How y'all feel about that?
Okay. You know what? To me,
I'm all about positivity too. I'm just gonna feed it in a different way, man.
Yeah.
Like you just,
to me,
me and Matt Millie don't know each other, man. Like, will he ever get to know me after this? I don't know.
Shady, we're on a different subject, motherfucker.
For the anonymous judges, there's 2 parts to play off of this. I know how volatile some people get when they are judged and critiqued.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if they want to be anonymous, I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, do I want a guy that is too chicken shit to share his opinion?
I could care less either way. It depends on. I know what situation I'm walking into.
No, because Grant had touched it. He's like, how are you supposed to entertain the judges when you don't know the judges? I'm a fond believer, know your judges. How am I supposed to entertain the judges if I don't know my judges?
When it comes to anonymous judges, I don't know if that would work with like EMP style of judging because we live judge. I mean, yeah, there is times where we do, like prejudge everything. Like we prejudge the whole verbal warfare. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that we've always prided ourselves on is showing who the judges are, because the thing about EMP is like when I was running it, and Blunt, he knows, he was there to help me start it. And like our big thing was we wanted everybody to know this is your judges. If you want feedback, go to their DM. Say, hey, why did I lose this? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that when we started the whole EMP and the network and everything now, even Powerhouse, like I personally pride us on being straight out live judges. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, which I want to bring to AWE as well, but it's building that crew of trusted people that surround you, that prop you up and make 100%. Sure that things are running smoothly. So that's what I aim for. And I don't want to bring guys that are judging or that are live that are from EMP, because why? They already have their audience. My audience needs to be different. So I have to go around and I have to search those people that I can trust, that they are going to be they're going to be honorable with the way they judge people. Exactly. And not like, so there's some out there I don't really get along with. I shouldn't say not even get along with. I just don't associate with them, or I don't talk to them on a daily basis because there's only so much of them I can handle. But when it comes to judging, well, then I've got to be the honorable motherfucker and not just say, well, I don't really care for you, so fuck you, you're losing. I'm not that way. And I'll do it, and I've done it with Mad T before. And I've seen the look he gives me too when I've done it. I'll judge against him because I'm sorry, you produced the drizzling shit and you deserve this criticism and you didn't deserve to win. And if he ever came to me on the side and said, what the fuck was that? I'd tell him all the reasons.
And that's one thing that I've never done, Pete. And I mean, like, I might sit on air and joke and talk shit. Like, and Pete knows, like, he takes shots at me for fun. I do it for him. That's our fucking, I would say, not pause, but love language. You know what I'm saying? That's how we are with each other.
The
like,
fuck you say?
Okay, not
that vibe. That's how y'all vibe
like in an older brother way, where it's like,
that's how y'all vibe is. You could have told a better word.
Yes.
Fuck you for me, man. Damn, something's wrong.
I mean, listen, Shady, I still love you, but anyways, no, I agree with you, Pete, and that's why, like, I always tell Pete, hey, if you need us, we're right here.
You'll remember this day one day, buddy. It's okay.
Like I always tell Pete, if you need us, we're right here, and he knows that. But like, I don't get mad when he's like, "Oh, well, you didn't let us on to help you." Like, hey, Pete's doing his own thing, and I respect that. And
okay. So, coming from a guy that
times have I ever knocked anything and not supported what y'all have done?
Exactly. But one thing I like to do, especially when
maybe
it's
not
a new
participate
promotion,
at all times, but
when I start a new promotion, I think that promotion needs to be tested. I think it needs to be on its own. And if he can last, whoever starts that promotion, if they can last and make it bigger, then they've made it something out of themselves. Yeah. And they've proven themselves to be better than just you know. So
That's like I did that with EMP.
There's rhymes and reasons why I didn't join the EMP network. One, I need to prove myself as a promoter. Two, I've got to make sure if I join the network, it is going to be pushing the same things that I look to push.
Facts.
And I'm not going to be dictated to on, oh, you can't use this guy because, oh, he's no-showed, or I don't like him because I've got personal beef with the motherfucker. Well, I don't have beef with that person, so why the fuck am I going to listen to you?
No,
They've done me no wrong. You're going off of your perspective, so I'm going to be dictated and told what to do now. Fucking way. I've already proven myself, so why am I going to be dictated to? What I'm doing works for me, might not work for you, but it's working for me. And I think every promotion strives for the same thing. I'm pretty sure SME, SWA, EWN, they didn't jump on the backs of other people right away just to get the rub. You know, they made sure that their product could stand on its own if the case were that way.
Yeah.
And then they joined whatever kind of alliances they had to grow even bigger. And to me,
the only
it's
problems
like,
people really have with SME are personal. And it is what it. I just created
say
one.
that.
I created another one tonight.
I would say that because when Matty was talking about joining SME, it wasn't because that was a person. I just felt like we could do it on our own without SME.
Yep.
We did, right or wrong, because we did.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
It's like it wasn't because I didn't like SME. I just felt like I had.
And look, when that was made clear, I quit sharing. I quit, you know what I'm saying? I backed away. I quit supporting. I quit following. You know what I'm saying? Just, I was like, okay, that's fine.
But did you really have to quit supporting? Because we still supported
from a business standpoint, yes.
He had to.
You know what I'm saying?
And I would have taken the same approach because one, it's like, okay, they wanted to be alone. So now they got to prove themselves. Once they've proved themselves, then that support is back there and you can promote or you can whatever. But until then, but
look,
it's also your
been able to share
contact.
his stuff on EWN and on the SWA pages. Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So I mean,
on top of that, it's your
can't say
conduct
nothing.
also that comes into play. If you're going to conduct yourself in a manner where it's like, oh, I can't really promote that shit because
I'm the one that
you done
approves
said
that
this shit and that, then it's hard to promote your shit as well. You know.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. Like DJB has came to me and he's like, hey, you know, not just DJB, you know, Dominic Moxley came to me too. They both came to me and said, hey, this group that you're sharing in, they don't participate Efed. They're strictly real wrestling. I was like, okay, cool, I get that. And if anybody comes to me and says that, you know, I'm saying, like, I just put it out there. If it gets declined and someone says, hey, like if Grant came to me, and because I talked to Grant before I started doing on EWN, and he was like, no, he's like, that's what I started EWN for, is to do stuff like this. He was like, you know, I'm good with it. So, like, but if someone comes to me and says, hey, I don't want this, like if Pete came and says, hey, I don't want that share on EW on Apex, I'm like, okay, hey, cool, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. There's people that will flip the fuck out over that shit. It's like, well, why can this person but not this? Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit's petty.
Well, trust me, I accept Foundation post. I accept a BWO post, and I'm not accepting none of those places, man. WGP, you know what I mean? Defiance.
A word of advice.
You got a lot of Defiance?
It is what it is, man.
Well, I didn't even know that.
I think it's a toaster.
Toaster don't like me no more, man.
A word of advice. Though,
somebody created a group and I became a part of it, so I'm guilty by association and I became a faggot Nazi. So it is what it is. Like I said, I'm a bad guy.
Oh God, here we go. The council.
But
I got issues. Everybody got issues with me, bro.
Like, I thought the council was shady.
Fuck you, Shady. I haven't beat you yet. Damn it.
A word of advice.
A
word of advice, though. Motherfuckers, if a guy could speak here.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize.
A word of advice, though, when you a company is sharing to multiple branches of the Efed world, that which means other promotions, you need to pick one person to share that link out, so that way there isn't 2, 3, 4 of the same link being posted in the same company. Because it becomes too much. Then it's like, okay, you're clogging up my boards to promote your shit, making my shit dumbed down because you gone and buried it.
Yeah, it's like with me and Wapo, like we had the conversation, and same with Mariah. Like I told them, I was like, hey, the places that we know a lot of people are like that, we're all in together, I'll share those. And there'll be some times where, it gets double shared, not purposely, but it happens. And it's like, that was a conversation that I had to have with my team. I was like, hey, I'm the production manager now. I don't own EMP no more, just the network. So it's like, hey, let me do the production work and let me share out the links and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I've been doing lately is, all right, since I know y'all gonna share it on the promo side, I'm gonna take it to the 2K side. If I just so happen to bring somebody new from 2K, you'll be getting new faces.
And there's that conversation start a 2K thing. But I mean, so that'll help out if we do start that 2K league. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, you're right though, Pete. You're 100% right on that. And
well, it's more of a taking in accountability of what you're doing to another promotion, and realizing, okay, if I'm sharing too much on their page, it is burying their shit, and then they've got to search like a motherfucker to find anything that they need to find for their shows. So, and this is not an attack on anybody. It's I started this show tonight under the pretense of having a logical discussion about certain aspects of the Efed world, and I think we've done that in general, and I enjoy it, because that is one thing that lacks sometimes, is a logical viewpoint on how to look at things. Instead of everyone shitting on an idea right away, let's discuss it. Let's actually open up the doors and say, hey, we're having this discussion, come on in. That's why I liked it. Like, yeah, self-admittedly, Shady Sean said it's a rib as well as fact, of pay to play on his side. And there's others that are very serious about it. And I look at it this way: it works, but under the right circumstances.
Well, it's like,
I want to see anyone prosper. I want to see every promotion prosper. At the same time, you're also thinking, how can I do it better than their promotion?
Right. And it's like Bubba Boudreaux talked about how he's got $100 like in the past month. That's because he won a tournament, and there was $100 in. So there's ways to like not be pay to play, but like, you know what I'm saying, you can win money, but people don't see it that
paid to play in a tournament twice already, and the winner takes home $200.
That's nice. I mean, that's a nice purse.
I mean, $200 could be useful nowadays. And people don't understand how much needed money is right now.
But it comes down to is like, whenever you're in those tournaments, like those judges that are judging that have to be.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to come out and promo how I promo.
Yeah, that's true.
Given the situation and the opponent, how I've set it up.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
But is it in that situation where
no matter where I set it up at,
But is it in that situation when money's involved? Is it really fair? You get what I'm saying?
No, not to me. I mean, nothing's fair, man. It's money. I'm out there to take it and win it. Why do you think I've been? How do you think I've been so successful?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if you lose because of biased judging? You get what I'm saying?
I'll put 2 pounds of coffee.
I have to put that aside, man. Like, damn, do I get emotional about this shit sometimes? Yes, I do. You know what I mean? And because to me, I'm passionate about it.
I very much agree with that statement right there.
I'm just as much passionate about me and SME and what I am out to do, and what I want all of you guys to do and be successful at. But is everyone going to see that? And do I have to? Like, no, it's and I me firsthand, I accept that. Trust me, I've been the bad guy too many times, man. So
I've been known to be the bad guy.
People on this screen. So
everybody on this screen has been a bad guy once or twice.
Yeah,
exactly.
Being in the EFED world for 30 years, like I have, there are points where it's like your passion overrides your common sense, and you say things that probably should be left unsaid. But at the same point, now maybe you need to fucking hear these words. I don't care if I'm the bad guy coming out of this, but you need to fucking hear it, because you're the drizzling shits and you're putting yourself over and above what real talent is actually doing out there.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes,
amen, brother.
Sometimes the harsh truth works in a good way, and sometimes in a bad way. Sometimes you lose that talent. But at the same time, it's like, okay, was it a loss for me to lose that talent? Or if they stay, are they going to fucking learn from what you've been telling them? And if they've learned,
some do, some don't. Some take longer than others.
yes.
I mean, at the same time, you got some people in some companies are just there because they want to be in the it crowd. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with that.
They
want to be accepted by someone.
Exactly. And then when you say, hey, well, you don't barely promo here, we want to bring in such and such. That's no knock to nobody.
Another promoter will try to snatch you up if they're in that same group.
Exactly.
You know,
and
like I said, there's so many toxic things about this game, but it's all part of it. Like you either learn how to traverse it and not let it affect you, or let it affect you. And I mean,
it could be a drug.
And I'm going to be very honest, and Mad T's on the screen with me, and I know I've told him this before, but when I joined EMP, I don't know how many messages I got from people saying you're ruining any respect that you have already built for yourself. And this was like 2.5 months into promoing, and it's like, fucking people don't know me enough to fucking respect me yet.
You told me you weren't going to tell him that, man.
That's fucked up, Shady, son of a bitch.
At the same point, my response was, if I were to join and help another company, why would I pick someone that's already got the shit correct? Why wouldn't I join something that needed correction and for them to get better at what
everybody's got different goals.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't care who you are. There's no perfect Fed out there.
No,
there's not one.
Not one.
Not one.
No, but
one idea out there has got it. That's you know, and that, maybe that was the point I was trying to make with dude earlier. Like, I get what he was trying to do, what he's trying to sell, man. But like, this isn't a raise your hand fucking class. Like I'm sorry, like he couldn't handle the disagreement. And he left, and then he tried to run to the comments. Like, I'm not down with it. You know what I mean? So like, he said he's going to create and have his space for me. Like, that's cool, man. Like, we'll never have an interaction down. It is what it is, But you're missing out on some money.
It's like there are feds that have the idea of where they want to go, and they're heading in that direction.
Right.
And then there's companies like EMP. When I joined, it was
fucking There's a podcast with Haywood, man, and me and Haywood don't get along. I support that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
But I mean, like, EMP, when I joined, they had so much hate coming at them. Yeah, and I was like, at the beginning, it's like, what the fuck was I thinking?
But the thing is, when Pete came in, it helped us a lot because he opened like mine, Blunt, and Wapo's eyes to a lot of stuff that we were doing. And I feel like we've changed a lot of it. We're still working on some things. Like, there's still some things that
we've all changed over the years, man. We all have different.
Man, T will tell you, I was one of the biggest critics of EMP a while back ago. I was, and I told him that I was never ever shy. I told Wapo, and I've told him recently. Things are getting so much better. I'm getting a lot more interested in what they're doing because they've changed it up. You know what I mean? They're, like I said, all promo game morphs. Okay, we morph into whatever we need to make it work, and sometimes feedback is the best way to morph. Best way to get better is to hear it from multiple different people. Of, oh, wait a minute, you might not want to be doing that shit, and we all do that. I get I get feedback all the time, and I change things verbatim, and sometimes it works, sometimes it fucking shits the bed. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
And there's times where it's growing mentally as well as maturing. That brings a lot of that into play.
I don't always approach the situations the way I should. You know what I mean? The way everyone agrees.
Today's an example.
You know what I mean? But I mean, there's reasons for that. Them it's meant to raise questions. Like.
Yeah.
But we're going on 2.5 hours here. I wasn't expecting it would run that long. I appreciate every single one of you.
Good conversation goes a long way.
It does.
I didn't know that much time has passed.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I seen the time.
Well, the whole paid to play thing has been the hot topic since Grant first posted it.
Exactly.
Probably less than 24 hours ago. So
I thought it was a good topic to have different variations of the conversation, and I think we've all come to the same realization of an understanding of how it would work out and it would only work in these kind of circumstances.
Look,
But
I'm hated anyways, man. So you want somebody that's hated, pay me. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy job. It's an easy gig. I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Owe me,
coffee's always the best way to go, man.
Yeah,
I want to give a couple of companies a shout out right before we call it quits and everything. But we got Foundation WGP coming out with Starting Point. I believe that's in a couple of weeks or a week from now. I don't know the exact date, but Starting Point. We got SWA's Fall Outbreak. The main event is for their Outbreak Championship. I'll be involved with that against Dante Black.
The match right there.
Well, I've never faced the guy, so it's going to be a challenge for me. I want to get a shout out from you guys. What's SME got going on right now?
I mean, we're tied in with EWN, so I mean, they just got done with they got the grudge match going on currently. Right. So I think Phil and I forget who he's fighting.
What was his name? Baloney guy. I don't know his exact name.
Tony Baloney, but no, it's not him.
No. Oh, okay.
He's the one putting on the tournament for $200 right now. Like I said, there's a lot of people who have a lot of ideas in this game, man, and I will support a lot of things in this game. But if certain things in certain places and individuals ain't supporting me, then you know what I mean. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean. Like it's to me, everything's a 50-50 street. You know what I'm saying? And even when it's not, you know what I'm saying. Like I came here. You know what I'm saying? I've put invites out, you know, at certain times, and nobody's taking up on those things because they just let their personal hatred and down. It is what it is, you know. So,
PPF, what do they got going on?
This Saturday, St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I think we got like an 8-match card coming up. All the titles on the line. It's gonna be a pretty good show, man. Definitely check it out. These guys have put a lot of hard work in. They've been hyping really good. You know, and I love the fact that I got a couple guys that joined like in the last couple of months, man, and they're like aesthetically happy. Like I get messages from them all the time, like, man, I'm so glad, you know, I'm here, whatever. And here's something nobody will ever believe that I actually say, and I could show screenshots. I tell them, dude, you wouldn't believe the places out here that you can go promo and learn from. I said, you know, because this is not all of Promo Realm, okay? There's different bases in different styles and different judges and different looks and different aesthetics that you can go do. You know what I mean? Like go out there. I have always said that if you stay in one place for the whole time, you've never learned everything you can learn because you'll never learn from different people or face some people that you might not face in PPF. You know, like I'd have never faced Shady if I didn't venture off, you know, and go to other places. And still, like I said, it's still one of my favorite matches in my promo career. So if you're not venturing, you're not fucking learning. And the best way to get better is to learn. You know what I mean? So go learn. Go out there and find people. You know, go to EMP, go to AWE, go to SME, go wherever you got to go. And guess what? You might be more places because you might find out that they love your style a lot. You know what I mean? You don't know until you adventure. If you ain't got, listen, and Haywood said it earlier, real quick. I'll hit it real quick and then I'm done. The word exclusive pisses me off. Yep. Because exclusivity means you're just scared to go play somewhere else. Okay? Get out there, show you that you got something, you know what I mean? Show the world who you are. That's the only way they're ever going to know who you are. If you don't go anywhere, they're never going to know who you are.
I mean, but when it comes to that, though, real quick, like Bison came to me and he was like, I'm going to be EMP exclusive. And I was like, okay, cool. But I was like, we don't ask them to be exclusive.
Yeah, that's up to him personally. That's just because he only feels like they're at one place.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say, you know.
But what I'm saying is I don't like it because, like, if Shady was exclusive only to one place, I would have never had a match with him because I might not be at that place. You know what I mean? So we would have never had a cool story and got to meet each other.
Yeah, like I'm not venturing out like I did then. You know what I mean?
Right. But, you know, there for a minute, we were all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, shit, dude, this was a freaking umbrella of, oh, yeah, he's there. You know, we didn't just stay in one little place and play in the corner and say, you know, fuck it.
I was probably number 24 places at one time before we went to CWF.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous to me. My mind couldn't.
24 not going to happen with me.
I don't want to be repetitive.
No,
you know?
what's ridiculous is being in this game long enough to win 793 championships.
I was waiting for it.
You know what I mean? Like
You
that's
just old,
it's
Shady.
I'm just happy I won 28 world titles. I don't
you know.
care about nothing else. Yeah.
You just old, Shady. That's what it is. You ancient at this point.
It is, man. I can't help it. I can't help
EMP.
it.
What does EMP got cooking? Because you guys have just finished your Rumble with verbal warfare. So what do you guys got cooking right now?
I mean, like,
We still got. Hold on.
Go ahead. Well, I mean, I'll do Powerhouse, MPW, and then Blunt. You can do EMP.
We still we got actually. Did we do the people power? Actually, no, we did.
We did people power Saturday. We got Champions of Champions coming up.
Yeah, there you go. Champions of Champions. I was looking for the big
Champions versus Champions or something like that.
Yeah, Champions of Champions. You're right.
Okay.
We got that coming up, and that's gonna be a banger. The matches on that is gonna be a bangers.
Yeah. So how we do it now? Well, how they do it now? Sorry, I'm so used to being thing, but how they're doing it now is they do, like, instead of having like overcharge every 2 weeks, they have it overcharge presents like some type of thing, like champions. They got overcharge grudge coming up. And then Elite, by the way, is this weekend. It's their Monster Rumble this weekend, Pete. That's what it is this weekend. But tomorrow night is Powerhouse, which is ran by BX Princess and Matt Tyson under the network. And then Sunday is MPW, which is ran by, Mariah. And that's the Sunday. So, yeah.
All right. It's called Champion Showcase. I call Champion versus Champion Showcase.
And you're the one in charge over there.
And finally, we've got AWE with Ascension. It is a G1 classic style promo tournament to crown our very first world champion. Round 3 begins. The show will go live on the 6th of March. So get ready for that. Round 3. Some stiff competition brewing. So it's going to be real good to see where everyone ends up and who the final 2 end up being. And on top of that, by that point, the World Light Heavyweight Championship will have arrived. And when the champions meet, and that'll be at our Supercard, so will we crown our very first World Light Heavyweight Champion.
Nice.
So, and on top of that, we are also going to have the match for the Invitational Championship title. That'll all be on the same super card. I do not like calling them pay-per-views because we're not getting paid for the fucking views. So, super card. But the title that was on earlier, the Invitational Apex Championship title, that will be up for grabs as well. That'll be decided by a spin of the wheel. The 2 people that will be competing automatically. $100 going to the Sick Children's Foundation, and if people need proof of me paying that, it'll be on screen for the showing as well.
You're all good.
So, no, but I like to be honest with people. I like to, prove myself to people because there's already been the bullshit out there. Oh, I'm ripping off my fucking members.
Yeah, it started the moment you mentioned it.
Everyone has a different opinion about what everybody does, whether it involves when it involves money, man. People are going to have some.
I'm a guy. I like to prove myself. So when the time comes, I'll prove it. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of our guests, those that are present, as well as those that came before. I appreciate you guys' time. Great discussion. But that being said, have a great night. Always have a better tomorrow, and welcome us back the next time we go live, because that'll be March 6th. I'm out of here. Same with everyone else.